That was a very dodgy volume scaling down. I'm sorry, I didn't really did that one very well. How's it going, folks? Welcome back to the Rogue Room. I'm kind of semi-gothed up at the moment, wearing a Doom t-shirt and whatever this is that I did. I don't know. What's going on, folks? What's happening? What's cracking? What's decent? Are you decent? I don't think I'm very decent. Probably not. Anyways, no matter how bad you feel, you'll find comfort in knowing that you can't possibly be more disappointing than those types of people. I know, right? It's great. It's a good feeling. Are they like... I feel like it's one person. I feel like it's one person, one miserable idiot, who has just been making account after account following me with these... Oh, and maybe like following a bunch of other people too, but... I get the suspicion maybe they've made like a script that creates a bunch of accounts that are just like, I follow, and then a variant on trannies, whatever. And I've noticed a few of the accounts, when I check on the notification and click on their profile, it says this account no longer exists, because the account gets suspended. Which is hilarious. It's fucking hilarious. Lipstick. Well, I mean, it does have quite a nice shine to it, I suppose, yeah. It works out well. Nowhere near as good as Pinterpiece, though. Like, she wears a black lipstick and it comes out with this nice blue glittery look to it. I'm like, how the fuck do you do that? And she said it's just black lipstick, and I'm like, what? No, it's not. You're lying to me. Anyway. Anywho. How far is the swim from New Zealand to Canada? Dead. That's about how far it is. You'd be dead. You wouldn't survive it. But, you know what? I hope I survive. You know what I hope I survive for? Elden Ring! And I just want to show this meme. Elden Ring releases in January 2022. Steam Deck, which is a new console that Steam is releasing. Not Stream Deck, not Steam Deckle either. Steam Deck. Steam Deck. Is it Steam Deck? No, that's Stream Deck by Etsy. Okay, Steam Deck. There we go. Because there's an ad there and Stream Deck's been around longer. They're releasing a handheld console that allows you to play anything on your library. I'm assuming via a streaming service kind of thing. Oh, maybe not actually. Portability meets power. Maybe it's actually on the system. I don't know. At any rate, they're releasing a portable console. And this meme. Steam Deck will release in December 2021, so you could get Elden Ring on Steam, play it on your Steam Deck. You realize you will happen to play Elden Ring on handheld. You're one of those absolute idiots who throws controllers in range. I'm not anymore, thankfully. I am good enough with my technology that I don't throw it around. Actually, it looks cool. You feel like it's gonna be the next Zune. Oh no. It does look good, like as a concept, but also it just kind of... Something about the actual visual appearance of it looks dated, if that makes sense. I don't know what it is, but something about it actually looks dated. At any rate, I can't open my can of Canadian Club because these acrylic nails actually make my hands hurt. My hands hurt. I'll tell you something. I've had some rage issues with games and gaming technology in my life. Thankfully, I'm far beyond that now. I don't do it anymore. But I've thrown controllers. I've put holes in walls. I have broken PCs by bashing them when I was a teenager because little old baby Abby didn't know how to control her anger issues, and due to toxic masculinity at the time, anger was the only emotion I felt able to express. I'm glad I'm past that point now. I'm glad I can cry in front of people now, but you know, I had issues. That was years and years ago. I haven't done that in a long time. Hello, Fox. How you doing? Analog is closer to the buttons. How do we feel about that? Oh, you think that's nice? Okay, that could be good. It could. I mean, yeah, it does look like a Switch knockoff, kind of. It's got those touchpad things. I don't know what those are for. Or they are touchpads of a sort. Yeah. It'll probably fail like the PSP. It may well do. But it's interesting because, like, it's your whole Steam library on a handheld, I think. Or most games. I don't know how much hardware they can fit in that thing. Like, let's have a look at it really quickly. It visually reminds you of the PlayStation handhelds. Yeah, I could see that. It looks like a Switch only in the sense that the Switch is the most recent console to come out that looks like this. But in terms of like the all black aesthetic, yeah. How are you, Cosmic Anemone? What's going on? Anemone. Anemone. Anemone? Yeah. It's made by China, you're assuming, so it looks very cheap and hard to switch parts. More than likely. Log in for reservations. Now available in select regions. This is not available for reservation. I only took one sip of the alcohol and I can't speak. This item is not available for reservation in your country. Set a reminder for not signed in. Not doing that. Hello, Frost Sugar Rush. What's going on? Portability meets power. Your Steam library anywhere. Your entire Steam library shows up just like any other PC. You'll be able to find your collections and favorites exactly where you left them. Control with comfort. Was built for extended play sessions. There's a dock. There's a dock. You can dock it. Why is there a reservation fee? Why the fuck do you think? Do you need to ask that question? And it's all just, you know. So we've got some deets on a new handheld system, which could be interesting. I more than likely will not be able to afford it by the time it rolls around, but, you know. Yeah, if you can play any game on it from your Steam, that's pretty intense, and I wonder how it's going to accomplish that, which makes me think... I don't know, like, there's a lot of games that are really intensive. How much of that can you fit onto a handheld? I mean, obviously the Switch is pretty powerful, but it's not exactly mind-blowing. I don't know. I guess we'll wait and see. I'm assuming it would have, like, locked-in graphical settings, or something along those lines. We'll find out before long. You won't buy it, but it looks neato. Good luck playing Rust. Why, is Rust particularly bad? Your PS5 came in today. That's fucking cool. That's fucking cool. That music feels really loud. Maybe I've got the volume up too loud. Anyway. Turn that down a little bit. Anyways. So. Tonight's not a usual just chatting stream. As you might have... you're actually in here now. How you going, Rebar? So yeah, we are actually doing a game tonight. I'm actually streaming a video game tonight a little bit later on. And I'll show you a bit of it right now. It's not out yet. It's releasing very soon. And it's this game. I'll turn the music off and I'll show you the trailer for this game that we're going to play tonight. Which is releasing a little bit later this year. It's not going to let me reset the start of the video, but you know, whatever. Here we go. This is what we're playing. A little creepy action adventure thingy. Looks interesting, and it looks a bit like the vibe I got from it, the vibe they sort of advertised it to me in the email, because it is a very creepy little action adventure, and just from the trailer alone I'm already intrigued. Looks like it's got some very grim vibes about it. So there's also this sensation that you're supposed to collect your little friends who look like you, like in Abe's Odyssey. And I'm assuming they might contribute to your power level, or you just have to protect them or something. I'm not quite sure. We're going to find out. We're going to play it. And it is releasing fully late. It said quarter 3, 2021, so sometime soon. That particular scene there was very interesting. Also, it says Film Victoria, Australia there. Like, if I turn me off for a second. Film Victoria, Australia. So this is Australia. An Australia game, apparently. An epilepsy warning might be involved. I hope that's just like some fancy overlays they've done. We'll see how we go. We're going to play it for a little bit. We're going to check it out. Anyway, but yeah, it might be a little bit It might be a little bit intense for some people. We'll see how we go. Was developed with a grant from the Victorian government. Poggers. Oh, it's cool they're doing that kind of stuff now. They're doing government grants for video games. You want to make a video game? We'll give you money to do it. Remember when Abby played games all the time? Yeah, I don't like doing that anymore. Be crafty. Welcome to the Rogue Room. How you doing? Taxpayer money going to something worth time. Exactly. Something worthwhile. Something that we actually want to put money towards. The videos game. That's what everyone wants. Is more videos game. More distractions from the real world. Not Moscato. We're drinking CC Dry, 0 sugar tonight. I'm not usually much of a drinker. Usually it's just the wine and it's not that much. But, you know, we're going to do something a little bit more intense today. I'm doing good too. I'm doing good as well. Something worth time. What happened to your English? I don't know. I won't question you on it. I mean, it kind of makes sense. Something worth our time? I don't know. FTM Zach, welcome to the Rogue Room. How you doing? We'll turn our music back on. We'll chill out for a little bit and then we will switch over to it shortly. There were a few things I wanted to discuss before we go ahead with... What's it called? What's it called? I don't recall. I don't know what's the game. Excuse me. But there was something else. This thing happened today. I want to see. Here we go. This. Okay, so we all know Joanne. I just want to say something right now. We all, unfortunately, know Joanne. So, yet again, Joanne has dipped her toes into Turfland. You know who I mean when I say Joanne, I'm assuming. I'm assuming you're aware of who I mean. Do I need to elucidate the rest of this point, or can I just leave it vague? Anyway, brain processing power was elsewhere, obviously. Yeah, that's where I am most of the time these days. Fuck J.K. Umbridge. Joanne posted a tweet saying, judging by the tsunami of supportive emails and letters I've received, that's basically just her saying ratio, right? This is posted on Twitter. If women learned anything from the response to my post, it wasn't that they should sit down and shut up. Solidarity to the brave and fabulous Millie Hill. I don't know who that is, but she says, I love your books, by the way. So, Millie Hill posted this tweet that says this. Let me open it in a new tab so it's in the middle. Oh, it doesn't even... Get rid of me for... Oh, fuck it, whatever. Millie Hill posts this thing that says, last November I expressed the view that obstetric violence is violence against women. It happens to women because they are female. There's that whole conflation of biology and gender again. The resulting pile-on was horrific. I finally decided to tell my story and shine a light on this misogynistic bullying. Okay, so talking about obstetricians. Millie, you obviously haven't learned from the response J.K. Rowling got from her post. You aren't incorrect in that obstetric violence is sex-based, but how difficult is it to acknowledge that not everyone who is capable of giving birth identifies with the female or woman label? So, in this particular circumstance, let me just have here, if women learned anything, so this is what Joanne's response is. Projection, that's a nice change of pace. So, this person here, FTM Loris Tyrell, had like sub 200 followers when they tagged J.K. Rowling in this particular post. And what they're saying here is like people that can give birth can be male, as in men, trans men, and all that kind of thing. And Joanne, with 14 million Twitter followers, thought it was pertinent to drag this dude. And like the thing is, there was a time a while ago where Joanne Rowling would actually censor the usernames of people that she was dragging to her millions of followers. She didn't do it with this person who had, at the time of this posting, less than 200 followers. And I believe FTM Loris Tyrell now has 693, so it's gone up a bit. But yeah, like, obviously there's been some response to it. What are the response? And like, obviously, nobody is a fan of Joanne in this circumstance. Hello, man. How you doing? We got... This is just great. This response is just great. This is Joanne's following. She's been hemorrhaging. The alcohol's hitting me. She's been hemorrhaging followers for a while now. I think she was at about 16 million when she posted the Turf Wars thing, and she's lost about 2 million since then. To all who find a 14 million follower account retweeting this guy disgraceful, be an ally. This thing. Somebody, I don't know if that's paint or what, but somebody put a trans flag on this J.K. Rowling stone. I guess it's like a Hollywood Walk of Fame thing, but it looks like it's in England. I don't know. But they've defaced it, which is good. Fuck her. What's this? J.K. Rowling and the this is Zinnia Jones offering their input there. Anyway, yeah, this is interesting. This is the thing that I think a lot of people missed the point of. I'm a trans girl and I actually agree that it's pointless to not make a distinction between XX women and trans women since apart from our brains, our biology is quite different, even after HRT, but trans women aren't mentioned in any of these tweets, which is kind of absurd. And then you're punching down there again. That's all she knows how to do. Just yet another circumstance of Joanne Rowling feeling the need to throw her hat into a ring. By the way, congrats on that nothing there, FAQ enabler. I hope you're happy with that one. Yet another instance of like... What is it that I responded? I feel like I responded in a separate... I responded with this. I said this. Just count your money and go home, Joanne, right? Like, just like, honestly, just go away. Why is she so hell-bent on this? It's ridiculous. We're not harming anybody, like, trans people are not harming anybody by existing. Harry Kane, how you going? Welcome in. We're going to start our game very shortly. We're going to check it out very shortly. Oh yeah, Reaper. I'm not kissing the lips because they're black. I'm not doing that. I'm not getting... How does one fund the boobs? Type exclamation mark goal in the chat. JK Rowling is being a jerk as usual. I might get some notes together about that particular thing and we could discuss it on Monday and turn that into next week's video because I know talking about JK Rowling being a dumb twit is going to piss off the TERFs and I want to do that. I would like to do that. You know? Yes, if he's... Here's an interesting thing, right? If you directly tip via the Streamlabs link that just got posted in chat, this number will go up because that goal number is from Streamlabs, like from the Streamlabs goal box thing. But some people have tipped via coffee and stuff, and it doesn't actually contribute to the number going up. Like it goes up in PayPal, obviously, so there's actually more money in there than what that number is. But only the Streamlabs tips actually count until I update the number. Yes, trans. It says it in the title. I'm trans. Oh yes, I am trying to reach a goal of $8,000 to fund my top surgery. Which, we're going pretty well, honestly. It's going pretty good. What do you reckon, folks? What do you reckon? We might actually have boobs by the end of the year. Well, maybe not. I'd feel like it's probably not gonna... Given that we're in a pretty persistent state of lockdown at the moment, I feel like... not likely that by the time I get the money together, which of course I am contributing my own money to as well. It's a savings thing, but you can help me get there. I'm not asking for all of the money off your delightful backs. There's another way. I mean, I'm on hormones and I've got tits already. It's just not very big. I want large ones. But that is of course neither here nor there. Because we're not talking boobs necessarily. I mean, we can, but we're talking video games. We're doing video games. And this is an interesting thing I wanted to mention. So, I've talked about... Last night we talked about affiliate promo deals on Twitch. And how that can be exploitative, especially with regards to brands, products, especially when the brands and the products have got, you know... millions and millions of dollars, like G Fuel. There was a time period there. I haven't seen G Fuel around for a while now, but there was a time period there where there were streamers who had less viewers than me who had G Fuel sponsorships. And you just know it was probably the same kind of system as other companies are doing right now, where they might give you a sample of the product and a product code, and they might maybe negotiate some kind of a payment model with you later on after you've already started promoting the product. Remember the meme from last night, big giant honkers? Yes, I do remember that one. And I wanted to ask you the question, does the same apply to video games? I mean, I suppose... I mean, I don't think it's the exact same thing in terms of independent video games like the one we're going to play soon. I think it's a bit of a different story, a bit of a different situation. I might be wrong, I don't know. But... Game of Petroleum, yeah. At least with regards to indies, I think it's a little bit more okay. Siren, welcome to the Rogue Room. How you doing? Siren Ophelia. But I don't know, I want to get your thoughts on that. Because if like a big... There was a lot of speculation actually that around the time Apex Legends released, let me think. Around the time Apex Legends released, a lot of people were supposedly paid off behind the scenes to stream that. So that when it released, the day it released, it had hundreds of thousands of views really easily. Like, everybody was playing it right off the bat. And prior to that, nobody had ever heard of Apex Legends. They just dropped it one day. All of a sudden, everybody's playing it. It's kind of ridiculous. But with regards to indie games, I think it's a bit of a different story. Like, I probably wouldn't take a promo deal to play a game for free on where, like, the only thing I could possibly get out of it, if it was like a big AAA game, would be, I don't know, what would you even use as a reference point there? I don't think there are many games that do the kind of thing I'm talking about that these companies do for products. Same thing happened with Valorant. Valorant had some promo. Valorant definitely had some promo beforehand. Apex Legends came out of nowhere. There was no promotion of it at all, and then all of a sudden everybody's playing it the moment it released. It was bizarre, but all of a sudden all the big FPS players were playing Apex Legends. I don't know why anyone pays attention to J.K. Rowling. She's boring and a dull writer. Because she's famous, that's why. She's stupidly famous and stupidly rich. It's not... And honestly, when she's constantly going on about the biological women thing, it's not trivial. It's really not. Like, I'm honestly perplexed and disturbed by her continuing presence. Like I mentioned before, she does need to just go away and leave the issue alone, but she refuses to. Yeah, I think Valorant was a bit different, like you're right there, because it had, Riot Games is making a second game after how many years? Yeah, exactly. Like, so the initial fan base for Valorant was largely, I noticed, people who got super into League of Legends. So they had that initial fan base there. Whereas Apex, Apex had the Titanfall name behind it, kind of. But nobody was expecting it to release. I don't think there was anything even... There was like maybe some vague speculation on a gaming forum post from a couple of years before it came out. And it was like they're doing a Titanfall Battle Royale, which they kind of did but didn't. And yeah, they eventually sort of... I don't know, they just... I guess they communicated with a bunch of influencers to make sure the game had as much... attention as they could possibly get, which is an interesting way to do things. Obviously those people would have been paid off, and I think if they had just released the game, well, I mean, this is where it gets tricky. Like, if they didn't do the influencer thing, would anyone else have played it? Would anyone have played it? And I mean, I don't doubt they would have, but I think they definitely played a very smart move there by keeping it relatively under the table and then just like reaching out to excuse me, people like, I don't know, Ninja, Dr. Disrespect, whoever was playing it when it came out. Getting a ton of eyes on it. Oozwin, welcome to the Rogue Room. Remember the hype that existed for Valorant? Me neither. I remember people being excited for it, but then it released and nobody was really playing it anywhere near as much as previous games in the same sort of genre. Hello, Smudge, what you doing? Are people still playing Valorant? I don't even know. I don't pay attention to first-person shooters all that much. Have nothing but bad memories of playing Valorant from release to present day. Fuck that game. So what is it? Is it like a hero shooter? So early, can't stay. Just wanted to follow while I was live. Okay, Usan, have a good one. Oh, Cat Stream, he's down here. He's doing his thing. Have a basic carbon copy of CSS. It's kind of hard to fuck it up. I mean, I suppose so. We got the cat down here. We're doing the cat. We're not doing the cat. You enjoy Valorant? Well, there you go. I've not played it. Hello. But what I've heard, yeah, it is pretty much a different, like, it's a more character-driven, in terms of, like, aesthetically, variant on Counter-Strike Source, from what I can recall. You're not drinking the alcohol. Get away from it. Get away from it. What are you doing? What are you sniffing at over there? What's your deal? He's just gonna sit there. Excuse me. Valorant server locks you. What do you mean? You're stuck in Asian servers. Oh, okay, so you can't go outside of the region? Is that what you mean? That's interesting. I wonder why they do that. Tipsy cat. What you doing? Why are you biting? I'm not biting you. I'm scratching you. Smudge. Him little baby. Hello. Apparently it's to not fuck up the player pool. How would that fuck up the player pool? I don't know. Pretty interesting method of marketing, and I guess it's also opportunities for the individual streamers to engage with their chat over the exclusive demo. Yeah. And in that way, I think for indie games, I think it's an interesting thing. The difference between an indie game reaching out to streamers and saying, would you promote our game? Because obviously, indies are a little bit not worse off. I mean, they aren't doing as well as big AAA devs. But I probably wouldn't say, for example, if an indie dev reaches out to me and says, we've got a key for you, you can try our game. And I'm like, yeah, I'll give that a crack. But if a big name dev reached out to me and said, hey, we want you to promote our game, I'm going to ask, like, are you going to pay me? You know, support small businesses. Yeah, like, if indies give me the code, yeah, if big name companies give me the code, I'm going to be like, yeah, you give me access to your game ahead of time, but I'm going to need a little bit more to sweeten the pot here. Friend who works in network security says he's very uncomfortable with the Valorant anti-cheat. But realistically, there's nothing to be concerned about. Could people exploit it? Yes, chances of it happening very low. What do you mean? What's the deal with the anti-cheat? What happens when the small business you support becomes big? Well, some people can turn into absolute hipsters about it. No, you don't. Get away from that. Someone who'd love to work for Square Enix if Square Enix wanted me to promo something, and an indie studio offered me as well. You're taking the indie offer? I mean, yeah, it's probably like a smaller, more passionate environment. Probably a little bit. I mean, I don't know if there's any allegations against Square Enix being a particularly toxic environment, but given that they are a big studio who wants to get things done, get it done now, more than likely there's going to be some issues in that kind of area, but if you get the opportunity, absolutely go for it. You know. By the way, we passed 4,500 followers. Like, officially, we are past 4,500 followers. 4,500 followers. We are less than 500 followers away from 5,000. That means absolutely nothing. Honestly, it means absolutely nothing in the grand scheme of things. It doesn't matter to anyone. It doesn't matter to me. I don't care if I have 5,000 followers. I want 5,000 viewers. So, crunch is bad. Just ask Redbird Studio. What's Redbird Studio? I mean, you could ask the people who worked on Cyberpunk. Isn't it amazing, honestly, how Cyberpunk just sort of released and vanished? There's an interesting story. Like, okay, so Apex Legends released with no hype beforehand. Everybody was playing it. Cyberpunk released with a... Redbird Studio. Okay, yeah. Cyberpunk released with like 10 years of hype behind it, and no one's playing it. And everyone who has played it is like, it's not good. Don't get it. Everyone who was hyped for it is like, it's not good. Save your money. Don't spend any bloody money on it, which is exactly why I didn't spend any money on it. My cousin got me a copy because he had a second copy for some reason. Excuse me. Am I comparing Apex Legends to Cyberpunk 2040, 40, 40, 40, 40? Yes, pretty much. I know they're completely different games, but in terms of like just the pure hype factor of it, you know, wherein you would think that Cyberpunk and CD Projekt Red, with all of the hype behind it, and I think they did do this actually, they did reach out to a bunch of influencers and say, here, play our game, give our game an early preview, like a week or 2 weeks before it was released. Like Barjo was playing it. I think Excessive Profanity was playing it. I think Co Carnage was playing it. A bunch of people were actually streaming Cyberpunk before it released as a bit of a preview thing. So they did do the influencer thing. They did reach out to the influencers, but it couldn't salvage the game. Nobody thought Apex Legends would be as awesome as Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk's not awesome though. Apex at this point is probably a more fleshed out game than Cyberpunk is. Which is depressing to think about, because the game itself was only in development for about what, 4 years? Like, it was being teased and it was being pre-produced, I guess, for about 3 or 4 years. And it was like a slow, tedious process, if I'm not mistaken. So they weren't actually making a lot of progress until they started development, and then they crunched through the development cycle of Cyberpunk 2077, and when they released it, it was an absolute abject failure. I can't imagine I can't imagine how the staff would feel. I get that a lot of them are probably like grinning and bearing it, I feel like. Like some of the responses I've seen from the staff with regards to the backlash have been like to knuckle down and say, oh yeah, we're really proud of the thing that we made. We did a really good job. I think we did a really good job. But then you look at the actual end game and it's atrocious. You know, Apex was basically Unreal Tournament 3 and Battle Royale. There you go. Apex all day long. See, I heard somebody say that Cyberpunk's main storyline... This is an interesting thing. I have not played it yet. But given what I've seen of the story, it very heavily focuses on Johnny Silverhand. And without spoiling anything, because I can't really spoil a game I haven't played, but somebody put forth the idea that Cyberpunk's main storyline feels like a DLC focused on Johnny Silverhand. And like they just didn't package the main game storyline in there. Keanu Reeves' character. Put 38 hours in the game, don't waste your time, it's still not ready. Yeah, I'm not going to bother with it. There's no way I'm paying for a PC copy of it. There's no way I'm installing that on my PS4. I can't be bothered. It revolves pretty heavily around Johnny, which I get. Like, they did say before the game released that he's got the second most dialogue in the game next to the main character. So it makes sense that he's pretty prominently featured. But to that end, it also feels like, well, isn't this supposed to be my story? Why are we focusing so much on this other guy? Opening's a bit slow, picks up pretty rapidly, but the glitches broke the experience, yeah. There's a point at which funny glitches can make the game fun, you know? But I feel like particularly with Cyberpunk, people were expecting a polished experience right out of the gate. And they should have been delivered that, like Jim Sterling said. It should have been another 3 years in the oven, that one. It should have been cooking another 3 years. It was far from done. And I genuinely don't believe we're going to see a finished version of Cyberpunk either in the next year or so. How long has it been since the game released? When did it release? Early this year or late last year? I forget. It would be great if Johnny wasn't a shitgun. But yeah, like, I would be surprised if the game is going to be, like, feature complete. Late last year, so yeah. I don't think if you give them, like, a 12-month period from release till that 12-month period, I don't think the game's going to be finished. You give them another 12 months, probably still not going to be finished. And they had plans for, like, a big multiplayer expansion pack, which was going to be effectively a Cyberpunk GTA Online. By the way, Crafty Andy, welcome in. How are you doing? No, I didn't watch Jordy's video. We should watch that before we start DAP. We'll start DAP very shortly. We'll give that a crack. But we should watch Jordy's video. But yeah, they said they were going to do multiplayer. And it's like, your single player's not finished. Oh, not that one, not that one. Welcome to the Rogue Room, Crafty Andy. No, I want to watch we can watch the Friendly Jordy's hour-long one on Monday if you want, and we could do a whole stream just on that. But he's got a new video. DAP, D-A-P, is a game we're going to play tonight. This is it. Not that. That's me. It is releasing 2021. I think there was something. What did it say? It was in the trailer. I think it said. Yeah, coming to Steam Q3 2021. So it's coming out soonish, and we got an influencer code to try it out tonight to give it a crack. And let me just see really quickly. Here's a video on my homepage called Transsexuals and Suffering. Okay, here we go. The death of free speech in Australia. Shut up, Jordan. Shanks. Why are there so many Jordans? I've noticed there's a lot of Jordans. Anyway. What you heard from places like Yongye and Angry Joe was that, according to an anonymous dev, was that the game was internally needed another 2 to 6 months to be in a workable state, but needs to be held back for another 12 months at the very least. Yeah. Here we go. Let's have a look at this. What an opening face, right? What an opening face.
You know, there's a tidbit that I think kind of got overshadowed by the whole secret police nearly killing an elderly family pet thing, and that's the part where Bruz claimed he wanted to sue Google. Clearly a much more innocent bystander in all this than Christo's mum, clearly. They're claiming that Google is a publisher and therefore is responsible for my content. At first I thought, this fat's obsessed with furniture. What, because Freedom Furniture doesn't stock office beanbags, you need to sue Google, do you? Their couches aren't slendy enough for the hefty gentlemen's. You remember the news media bargaining code fiasco? If you don't, Michael West has done an excellent article on it, as has Economics Explained. I did the best one in my humble opinion. You know why? Because I was in it. Isn't that incredible how the human brain works?
This one that has me really speaks to me.
To give you a very crude overview of the media bargaining code, it was essentially Murdoch and Costello whining that for some reason, less and less of the public want to pay them for their boring propaganda, colourlessly written by some pee-pee-loving douche with this facial expression. The pee-pees made my pee-pee hard. Clearly, their revenue plummeting from...
Okay, I just wanted to mention something about a story we covered recently. And I'm not going to specify any details at this time, but somebody involved in a story we covered recently has actually reached out to me, allegedly. I have no way to confirm whether or not they were actually involved in said story, is the problem. But they're offering up some details, but it's all kind of vague, doesn't really explain much. But it's very possible that someone might see me as some kind of, not necessarily a reporter, but somebody who has definitely spoken about said issue among the many people who have. And if this is a real person, they're trying to communicate certain things about said situation. And I'm like, how much of this can I say to the world? Because I can't verify any of the things they're saying. They're just giving me certain tidbits of information about said incident. And I'm like, until I can verify, I don't want to say anything about it. I don't want to leak anything.
A medium that is 1,000 years old competing in the era of TikTok, obviously Google's fault, and so they want Google to pay for daring to allow them to use Google search engine. Honestly, they may as well have turned to Sydney Water and said, you have to pay me for flicking up one of your bubblers. That was my labour that allowed me to have some of your free water. Naturally, the party of free market principles had to step in with classic central command economics by forcing Google to pay for papers that are clearly failing due to free market principles as what's more of a proud liberal tradition than wealth redistribution. And at the time, we thought, well, this is just your run-of-the-mill example of Murdoch's power. The man could make one tweet and get f***ing Fiji nuked if he liked. Today is a slow news day. Cheerio, chaps! Let's give him something to talk about, what? I thought because the amount of money Google and Facebook have to pay is looking like some token amount of $100 to $200 million, that this was all just the Liberals saving Murdoch's face. But who'd have guessed Peter Dutton is actually smarter than I am? In fact, now that I think about it, I think there might be only one person on Earth who's smarter than him, Abby Chatfield, but that's another story. I think the puppets of Murdoch have taken on a life of their own. Puppets would have been a much more apt description of the Liberals if Chris Pine was still an MP, because he's just slappy with curly hair. I'm a fixer. My first inkling that the Liberals might actually be smarter than me is that some of them understand the lawmaking process.
So this is Jordan Shanks, who is he's an independent, would you call it, he's a comedian, he's a kind of a reporter. What the fuck was that? How would you describe him, Reaper? How would you describe Friendly Jordies? How'd you say, like, YouTube comedian who focuses very heavily on Australian politics from a pretty left-slanted perspective? Welcome to the Rogue Room, Pink Smurfy. Political satirist, that's a good way to put it, yeah. CD Projekt Red was overworked. It's a common theme that major producers of video games don't care about video games as much as they care about making all the money, then bailing. We can do that in 6 months, and then it has to happen regardless of reality because shareholders and investors. Exactly. Independent comedic satiric journalist. Yeah, there we go. All of those. He's a funny man, who's a lot smarter than I am at this shit. But yeah, it was definitely a case of, like I've mentioned this before, the reason Cyberpunk 2077 released in the absolute dismal state that it did was because A, they'd been hyping it for so many years, and B, once they started developing it, they started ramping that hype train up, and the investors were like, listen, we need to make money on this thing now, whether it's done or not, and clearly it wasn't, So they started, once they actually started developing the fucking thing, they were just like, oh, well, now that we've started working on it, we've got something to show off. Let's start showing it off now, way ahead of schedule. DVS, welcome to the Rogue Room. How you doing?
I, on the other hand, dropped out of legal studies in year 10 because I thought it was, quote, for shit. nuts. I've just learnt the word precedent in the last few weeks for inexplicable reasons, and it's changed my entire worldview. You ready for these red pills? Number 1, Joey from Friends has a much more diverse character range than Christian Bale. Number 2, the media bargaining code was never about propping up dying newspapers. It was about silencing the new ones. The primary objective was to start associating in both the court and the court of public opinion that Google and Facebook aren't platforms, they're publishers. You know, like the Sydney Morning Herald's a publisher. Now, intuitively, that's f***ing nuts. Google is the modern day equivalent of a library, while the Sydney Morning Herald is just a modern day lunatic handing out pamphlets of their personal, cultural and political beliefs, and for some reason there's a bunch of f***ing Nick Scali furniture ads in between them. Why do they want social media to be a publisher and not a platform? Because publishers have editors. Why do they want them to have editors? Because editors will start treating you, a member of the public, like a journalist, i.e. stop you from saying things. Who are they trying to make the editor? Themselves.
Can't turn me into a deer in fucking headlights and then continue to tell us important information. That's just what he does. How's Joey doing? Bad. Honestly, like, he legitimately does that, though. He'll hit you with something that's like, wait a fucking second, and then he'll just do this bit, where he's like completely straight-laced and serious, rambling off really just heavy shit.
Ever heard of the online safety bill? Probably not, as there was barely any coverage of it, and apart from one dumb shit ABC article where they said, "Yay! No one can troll me on Twitter anymore, because it's not that I'm dumb, it's that everyone else is a troll." Labour and the Greens slammed it. Lewis Spears slammed it. 400 people slammed it, even though you're only given 3 days to make a submission, which, geez, short time frame to hear objections to a bill censoring the net and next to zero mainstream media coverage. No, that's not deep statey at all. In the very little coverage it did get, it was proudly reported that they're going to start fining platforms like Facebook for keeping up, quote, bullying content, $500,000 for each offence. Who's the editor that decides what is and isn't an offence? The E-Safety Commissioner. One woman, essentially an emperor of the net. And just when she's about to receive her crown, just coincidentally at almost the exact moment, you start seeing instances of pages like the Common Sense Brigade that are being shut down for, and this is true, terrorism. The terrorist act in question was someone daring to make a meme of Mussolini's body with John Barilaro's head. Yep, that's up there with the Christchurch shootings. This is especially scary to me personally, as this person looks like this person is 90% of my jokes. So in one foul swoop, they've silenced freedom of expression and killed Australian comedy. You don't want them killing Australian comedy, do you? Don't worry, mate, I'm still going to say that half-shucked mango line. Oh, thank fuck.
I know, Dictator Dan, right? That's the exact same people who are doing this shit.
Murdoch Press, on the other hand, making meme after meme, day after day, of Daniel Andrews looking like Kim Jong-un. That's not terrorism. It's only terrorism if you do it to a member of the coalition. Do you see what's happening here? By taking down the Common Sense Brigade, they've essentially declared that supporting the party of opposition is an act of terrorism. Asking a politician in power a question is now an act of terrorism. Making fun of the party in power is an act of terrorism. Now I want you to go back and look at Frydenberg's comments where he stated over and over that the media bargaining code was a precursor and a world first, and the world is watching what happens here in Australia. Not even Coyne admitting that, holy f***, Tucker Carlson was wrong on this one. Google aren't Machiavellian schemers like we are. While we're thinking of plots for world domination, they seem to be a bunch of nerds thinking about, oh, they landed another rover on Mars, cool. I can guarantee you that Google wasn't thinking that now that it's being defined as a publisher, they're responsible for not letting through information that is damaging to the coalition, just like the press in this country are. If John Barilaro wins his case against Google, think about this. Google would be legally responsible for everyone's feelings too. Well, everyone's feelings with tens of millions of dollars in public profiles and egos the size of their bank accounts, i.e. these political gangsters, meaning at some point, Google and Facebook will have to say, F it, we're sick of getting sued for every little personal gripe the coalition has. We're changing our terms and conditions so that they have no personal gripes to begin with. As Frydenberg correctly stated, the world is watching. You know what the world is? Sister parties of the Tories. despots all across the globe looking at Australia as a testing lab, seeing what they can and can't get away with in their collective pursuit to force Google to rein in a version of itself that is closer to China's in the quote-unquote free world, or as Frydenberg himself puts it, to ensure that the rules of the digital world mirror the rules of the physical world.
There we go. What do we think? What do we reckon? That's just the outro. We're done with that bit now. Just wanted to check that one out, which is kind of relevant to the things we've been discussing. Well, not we've been discussing, the things Geordie's has been discussing recently, and of course, the fact that his editor or his reporter got arrested and charged on terrorist charges, or by a terrorist brigade, whatever it was. Free speech for thee, but not for me, but not for thee. Exactly. Only reason you heard of this safety bill was due to Spin Proof Podcast, which is an independent politics podcast. It's very like, how did they find this information? Is what I would like to know. How did they get this information? It's Vanna. How you going? What's going on? Okay, should we play a game? Spanish Inquisition, yes. Well, Australian Inquisition. Alright, we're changing the category to DAP because that's the name of the game. It doesn't have any cover art here on Twitch. Or, hang on, you know what? No. Let's put it in games and demos. And we'll go... We'll do this. There we go. Here we are. There's our title. We've changed it. So we're in games and demos now, because that's probably a little bit better. I think. Did that update properly? Let me check. They aren't the police. Yeah, they're counter-terrorism officers. So they're not cops. Well, they are cops. They're not cops, but they are cops. Anywho. Shall we continue? Shall we play? Shall we try it? I think we should try it. Behaviors and motives of legacy media is why we have shit pools like BitChute and Gab.ai. Yeah. What are you doing? Do you want to sit on my lap? What do you want to do? Hello, Kiwi. How's it going? Smudge, sit. No. Smudge, sit. Good boy. Sit. Stop running around. What do you want to do? Kitty cat. He's an annoying baby. He won't sit. Why do you keep pestering me if you don't want to get up here? Alright, let's try it out. Let's give it a go. Let's give it a crack. I feel like my background never changes. It's supposed to be a cycle of different backgrounds, and I swear it's just that one the whole time. Melting parrot! I hope your parrot doesn't melt. Film Victoria, Australia. So this is an Aussie game. Goldhead, how's it going? Gamepad recommended. I got one of those. I got one of them. This game uses autosave. Poggers. Cool, my controller doesn't work. There we go. Okay, options. Let's have a look at our options. So we've got full screen, melee aim directed at cursor, vibration on, reduce flashing, brightness 1. Maybe we'll turn reduce flashing on, just in case. Looks like the volume's a bit loud. Let me just see here. Just dab, Abby. Yeah, dab. Can we get some dabs in chat? I'm going to turn this down a tad. How's that for the volume? It's like really loud. And there's no volume control just yet, by the look of it. And now the controller's dead again. So I can't touch... There we go. I cannot touch the keyboard while I'm using the controller. So we're playing the prologue. We don't have access to the full game yet, so I don't know how long we're going to be actually playing for, but we're going to check it out anyway. Why control no work? Because these things are stupid. We're a little seaman child. You're going the wrong way. They're all going up and you're going down. This is incorrect. Pretty sure I can't do anything yet. No, okay. Prologue, the dream. Speaking of, Gab seems to have lost their Twitter account. I think I saw that, yeah. Whoa, this art style is a trip. Okay, so we got a little cursor over here that we can use. Alright, neat, neat, neat. RB to melee? Okay. Pixel art. Hit mushrooms to collect them. Oh, I can collect mushrooms. Poggers. We like the mushrooms. So it looks like I've got a little energy octagon. Check that. Oh, it's behind my logo. You can't see it. I've got an energy octagon. Oh, we got friendos. Hold LT to talk. A. Oh my god. Tap tap tap. Isn't that adorable? Oh my god, it's great. I love it. Can we get some daps in chat? No, not dab. No, we want dap. We want some daps in chat. Get some daps in chat. DAP. Give me some daps. Alright, where are we? We're in like a little swampy, jungly zone. Nothing exciting or terrifying has happened just yet. Instructions unclear. I'm assuming the mushrooms come in handy later on. Or am I just literally collecting them for the sake of collecting them? Oh, okay. Flashy, scary image. Oh, okay. We have a boob bird thing. Oh no, I broke it. Oh, okay. Oh, something's happening. Something is happening. Oh no, they're glitching. Congratulations, you've corrupted your own species, you idiot. Back in space. Looks like psychological horror and DDLC has fucked with you enough to hate shit like this. Still haven't played that. I know enough about it where I just don't kind of want to not bother with it. Dap. Very not dap. Chapter 1, Awakening. Okay. You haven't played, but your friend keeps sending you memes about it. Why, though? Oh, there's some big bloody spikes or teeth. It looks like there's teeth. I'm assuming those is teeth. I don't want to walk into the tooths. They don't look very friendly. Oh. Oh, okay. Are you friend? I can hear them. I can hear my friendos. Oh, okay. So I don't know if I did that or. Okay, so I need to get another one. Yeah, it's maybe not. It's hard to tell. I thought hovering my cursor over the lantern lit it up, which would be a cool little thing. Okay. We got a friend. We have friend. Tap tap. Stop sniffing my alcohol, you weird cat. They're so adorable. And it's so creepy. I wanted the middle one. You losers? Oh, okay. Big green light. Oh, I got attack spells. Oh, wow. I just minced whatever the fuck that bird was. Jesus. Whoa. Alrighty, I see the kind of combat system. Hello, Straggly Turnip, how you going? I'm doing well, how are you doing? Oh wow, it's creepy goat head. Is it a goat head? What is it? I mean, that looks like Capra Demon. Capra Demon was goat demon. Craft potions from fire, okay. Let's get some fire going. So craft. Alright, there we go. I got 4 potions. Alright. Okay, we can show items. Ah! Whoa! Okay, why to use a health potion? Okay. It's got a nice UI. It's hard to show it to you, but you got like this little octagon up the top, and then like when you're taking damage, it's like what's it called? It's kind of an octagon, but the slanted sides become squares. Found my page on a Twitch channel on Facebook. Oh, nice, nice, nice. What are you getting up to now? Ah, there we go. Got him. I got him. There we go. I'm doing okay. I know what I'm doing. Oh, okay. Is that one of ours? I can hear more of them. What about this way? There's one. I can't get over this. This is so cute. I'm from Australia. Whereabouts are you from? Those green ones particularly throw me for a loop. Like I'm expecting something to happen with those. Oh, I'm getting good at it. Look out, game. I'm getting good at you. Oh, wait. I can beat them up? Nope, they don't want to talk to me now. Oh, shit. Abby's fine, Abby's fine. Hello, Haley. How's it going? I feel like this is going to get really intense really quickly. Just based on that trailer, I feel like it's going to get intense. So we've learned that you can use fire. Okay, I don't want to go that way because there's more stuff back here. To make potions, but I still don't know what the mushrooms do. The mushrooms are still a mystery to me. What do mushrooms usually do in video games? You're going super duper snaily. I'm doing well. I'm doing good. Excuse me. Okay, so we keep finding dead ones, which is not good. We don't want to find dead ones. That's grim. Look, his head's cut off. This is DAP. It's a game that's been developed in Australia, by the look of it, and it's releasing sometime this year. A little bit later, like maybe in a couple of months. I think. I'm not sure. Dab. Can we get some dabs in chat? Oh, we're back here again. Okay, I don't need that. We don't need to go that way. What do mushrooms do in video games? If Dark Souls then could you go by fuck your shit up. god. The mushroom dudes, Jesus Christ. Why are they so hard to kill? Why do they hurt so much? So not this way. We're going this way. Dab is just an upside down dab. I mean, you're technically correct. Now we know why Mario is so popular. Stay in school. Don't tell kids to stay in school. You know why stay in school is such a slogan, right? Because being in school is indoctrinating you to get ready for being a very capable member of the workforce. A nice little worker bee that doesn't question anything and thinks about everything logically and rationally. Oh look, it's the little glen we were at before, but it's different. I mean, it looks like that anyway. Hey, I wanted to step on that. We got another dead one. Haha. Good morning, Ultimate. How you doing? What's going on? So, what I'm suggesting is kids drop out of school and do mushrooms. Okay. Oh, we don't have enough. Okay, we gotta go get more. Come on. Tap, tap, tap. Not too bad. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. Pretty chill. Pretty nice and easy. It is very cute, isn't it? It's cute, but it's very creepy. Ooh, tap, tap. That's gonna become a thing on the stream now. Father literally told me, stay in school, everything else about it will be mostly useless, but society's more likely to give you money if you survive, if you have the piece of paper. Sadly true. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. We got more of them.
Appreciates your recommendation.
Hey, Ultimate, thank you so kindly for the host. Why do I hear boss music? There we go. We got a whole brigade of them now.
Appreciates your recommendation.
Straggly turnip. Thank you for the host. Look at this, we got so many of them. Yeah, I get the suspicion we're gonna have like a boss thing soon too. Oh, okay, that hurt, whatever that was. So don't hit the orange ones, they sting. Oh no, get away from it. Okay, I see. What about these things? Why do they slink away? Look. When you go near these big blue things, they slink away from you. We got even more of them. Oh, that was different. Hold X to make a fire. There we go. Is that going to bring them over? They've got like a little thinking bubble above their heads, like it makes me think maybe some of them don't actually follow you later on, maybe? Oh my god! Head pats. Thank you, boring, depressed introvert. Thank you for the head pats. How you doing? You can get head pats too. Hold RT to charge up follower spells. Okay. Oh wow, okay. We're pretty savage now, Jesus. Did that use up some of my friends? I feel like I accidentally just killed some of them. That was pretty brutal. Okay. Did we get it? Got him. I don't know if we can make a fire wherever we want. Ah. Oh yeah. I'm assuming maybe that, like, I'm gonna need a heal because I'm low on HP. I don't know what that does. Aside from, oh, I suppose you can make the token tank. I don't know what the purple doesn't seem to do anything. Ah, it's our last little thing. This is getting very hard. Oh shit! Get away! Get away! Get away! Rested bonfire. Can I make more yet? Oh. I need to go make more. I can make one. I can make one. You're off back to work. Have a good one, Straggly. Thank you so kindly for swinging by. Oh, these are already open. Did we come this way? Oh shit. There we go. We got him. He's dead. We're good. Okay. Not too shabby, not too shabby. We're surviving. Haven't died yet. Got him. Apparently you can just beat the shit out of your friends, which is loads of fun. Who doesn't love beating the shit out of their friends? Okay, that goes that way, so something back this way must be useful. Because whatever this door was, we opened it, but we didn't go through it. Where is he? Oh, we got him. Okay. It is creepy, Phage. How you doing? Oh. What's going on? What's the news? Oh, there's two different ways. Okay, we'll go this way then, whatever. We're up this way now. Oh, looks a bit different. Where are we? Okay, cool. It gave me whatever that is, but it didn't explain it. I'm assuming... Okay, so that's just by itself. Okay, so we gotta get back. That didn't tell me anything. It gave me a sparkly blue star thingy. Sweet. Now what do I do? I don't know if those purple plants are hurting me or if I should leave them alone. They don't seem to do anything, so... Oh, there's more dead ones. Oh god, oh god, there's more of them. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of corpses of our people. Oh god. Oh my word, okay. Got your titty soup, that's what we like to hear. Come along, my pretties. There we go. We got tons of them now. But oh my god, it's fucking carnage. Look at all these bodies. It's insane. Oh. Oh wow. I need one of you guys to step on this one. There we go. Tap tap. Let's... Oh, I don't have enough. I need more fire. Or has it been using the mushrooms? Do you... Oh, I see. You use the mushrooms at the fire. Okay. Ah, shit. Not good. Oh, you can't light a fire in water. Of course you can't. Why would you be able to do that, I wonder? Whoa. Those green ones still trip me out. Something's up with those. I don't trust them at all. Uh-oh. We got a bad one. We got a bad one. Red is dead. Kill the reds. It's a red scare. Can I make more things or no, I can't. This is getting a bit. Oh wow, okay. Oh my god. Jesus Christ! Okay. I think we just found out why you heard boss music. Let's try that again. They start to turn on you. Huddle around the fire, my pretties. If it moves, rip and tear, true. Okay. I see what we gotta do here. Oh, whoops. Regain your sanity, my lost children. I got 2 more of these. So you can't really see, but up in the top corner you got like this little... Give me a sec. Can I tab off this for a second? Oop. Let me turn that off and then go back to this. Okay, so you'll see it again. My health bar obviously pops up in the health orb thing. Tends to, yeah, there it is. There we go. I'm gonna go back to this and make myself a little thing. Your watches, like this little redness spreads. Ah. It's a whole thing. Here we go. We're out of that area. We're safe now. We're safe now. That is very creepy. That is very, very, very creepy. Whoa. What did I just do? Oh, okay. What the fuck just happened? This game is a trip. Okay. So I've got 26 little sprouts. Was I meant to do that? I don't know if I was meant to do that or not. I feel like there was something I was meant to do there and I didn't do it. This is strange. In a very cool way. Very strange, but very cool. Oh, here we go. This dimension is withering. Do I press anything, or does he just, like... We have felt it too. I can feel its decay more and more each day. It's time we found ourselves a new host. Indeed. We have already found a target. You have. This one looks to be very rich in power. Perhaps our greatest conquest yet. Very good, Darkest. The character's name is Darkest. Let us plan our first contact. Chapter 2, Discoveries. Alright, so I think we lost all of our friendos. All of our friends are gone. All my friends are dead. Friend showed you her new kitty. Oh, that's cute. I'm assuming you mean cat and not like she's just had GCS and was showing you the new kitty. But I don't want to assume, I suppose. Could be either or. Give me some shrooms, bruh. Oh, there's one. Oh, hang on. Just the same as before? No. Is it a cute kitty? What kind of kitty is it? Sorry, I'll stop being so fucking lewd. I'm never this lewd. It's the alcohol. Thought of making a pussy joke, then you remembered you're not 12. True humor is being able to continue making pussy jokes until you're at least 31. It's this bloke again. Dap. I am Deer. Deer was summoned to protect Dap. Deer cannot do it alone. The corruption is spreading. Dap must protect the forest. Dap must decide what Dap wants. Very helpful, thank you. You personally will definitely show your friends your new kitty. When you have one. True. My friends are definitely getting a full flash of the tits when they get done. They're getting the whole show. They'll be stopping over for tea. There'll be a bunch of us getting around the coffee table for a tea party. Yeah, we're going to have a tea party at the coffee table. And I'll be like, by the way, here's my boobs. Just got them done. At least it's significantly cheaper than a car, though. Well, I mean, you could probably buy a car for the same cost. Trying to find, like... Yeah, Dap does want coffee. I want coffee. But it's like 9 o'clock at night. 9:30. 9:17. I can read numbers. Oh, this is open. What do we think of this game so far, folks? What do you think of it? What are your thoughts on it? I love the atmosphere that we're experiencing right now. Relaxing and mysterious. It was very tense during that segment a moment ago. Be really amazing or a fizzler? Could well be, could well be. Better than being a sizzler, which turned into a fizzler. Do they still have sizzlers around, or are they all gone now? Hurts your head, unfortunately, but you can watch for a little bit before needing to switch to another tab to avoid a headache. That's totally understandable, yeah. I think that's part of why I don't generally play games for too long anyway these days. I used to play games a lot, for like hours and hours and hours and hours at a time when I was younger. And nowadays I can't play them for extended periods of time, no matter what, like, the aesthetic of it is generally. Because they do start to hurt my head. Go this way. I want to see if there's more over here. There's some spikes. I think the art style and your eyes don't mesh well. Yeah, it is a bit. It's got a bit of a weird sharpness to the pixel art. Oh. No. Okay, weird. Whoa. Oh, that opened that. All right. New things are unfolding. So this guy's trying to hurt himself. Hang on, what's he doing? That hurts me, you idiot. What am I looking at? Is he farming? Oh, I see. He seems to smack it again. I think I see what he's doing. As it's about to explode, he smacks it again and it seems to do something. I don't know if it... I guess it's preventing damage because the guy's not dying. We'll have to try that one. So now we got two of those weird blue star things that look like certain bloodstone shards in Bloodborne. But we still don't know what those do. You know, the things you augment your weapon with? That thing. That thing. Alright, what if we go this way? Oh, I forgot about you two. There we go. God, those trees really are a bit to look at, aren't they? I did turn like the reduced flashing on or whatever it was, or whatever that option was. So it should be a, you know, whatever the comparison is, it's a little bit more subtle than whatever that was. I thought the little fireflies were something, but they're not. Okay, so this is still closed. Hello, Magic Mia. How you doing? What's going on? Oh. There's a whole path down here that goes nowhere, apparently. Never mind. I got excited for nothing. There was there's nothing there. Nothing over this way, no. Coming out of a lurk, hello Glitchcraft, how's it going? Feels very empty at the moment. Yeah, there doesn't, I mean, from what we've played so far, there doesn't seem to be a whole lot to do. It is very tense in certain segments, but I don't know, like, if that's going to ramp up as you go through the game. I seem to be kind of stuck at the moment. Ah, nose is running. I do not have COVID, I promise. How are you, Glitch, by the way? I'm doing well. I am good. Yeah, I like the atmosphere. The atmosphere is really cool. It's very creepy, very surreal is the word I would use, I think. In that, you know, I like games where we're not a human. You know, where we're experiencing a different kind of creature in their culture, in a sense. And, you know, that feeling of being, you know, particularly inhuman in this bizarre, unknowable scape. Okay, that seemed to work. Alright, there we go. So you smack it right as it explodes. Oh, hello. There we go. In dire need of a vacation. So am I. So am I. I'm stuck in lockdown and it's hell. I'm in dire need of a vacation to the fucking gym again. That's what I need. I want to get back to my gym. I want to get back to doing serious bench press and stuff. I don't know why I have a particular passion for bench press lately, but I want to improve my bench press. Bench press, squats, deadlifts. I want to get back to all those big lifts, but I can't do those at home. I'm assuming I meant to go up here. Yep, titty bird. Oh. I think I meant to find the orb and give it the orb. Where you live, everything's 100% open without a mask. We've had some cases here in New South Wales, so they've had to lock everything down. So now we can only leave for like essential groceries, necessary services like healthcare and stuff like that. You're allowed to do outdoor fitness classes in groups of 10 or less. And otherwise, it's pretty much only a select few stores are open. You're in the... Oh, shit. Why are you not dying? There we go. It's not very open at the moment. And I hear Victoria has just gone into lockdown as well, so they are now currently in a 5-day lockdown because they got a few cases in their state. So, which it is speculated that they might have come from New South Wales. I think. I don't know. At any rate, it's definitely a case of people not knowing how to follow the regulations. Let me get my shrooms. Oh, the green lights again. Still don't know if they're like good, bad, whatever they are. They freak me out. Oh, hello. Mushrooms. Group of removalists working during the Sydney lockdown light who ended up in Melbourne. Oh, okay. There we go. I was kind of right. I was on the right track. Oh, that looks good. That looks promising. What the fuck? What the fuck are you? It's a head sticking out of the ground with veins covering it. Oh, okay. Is that what we're doing now, is it? I can't seem to open this. It's discovered can't afford your anxiety meds. You run out of tomorrow. Oh my goodness. Have you got somewhere we can send you some cash for your anxiety meds? Frost Sugar Rush. There you go. Can you pay for them with like PayPal or something? What are these heads? What are these fucking heads? I think I need to replenish my supply of... Oh, I did it too early. Oh well. What's it called? My supply of stuff soon. Oh. In before hentai, please. Oh, I gotta talk to them, don't I? Follow me. Hey. Follow me. There's a series I should replay. Who ever played Abe's Odyssey? Oh, okay. What? What are you fucking idiots doing? Okay. I am very perturbed. There's a web of these dudes we have to get rid of. Okay. Okay, I see. In we go, I guess. What the fuck? This is such a weird game. Can I go there too, or should I stay here? I'm gonna go back and see what happens. I don't know what happens. I want to see what happens. Rylan, how you doing? Yeah, I'm not sure I like where this is going either, but we're gonna find out. Okay, I did the A thing. It didn't do anything. Okay. I thought it was gonna whisk me away like it did last time. God, Got a 30 prog script, which is a bit steeper than most can help me with. Well, that's not good. Why are they so expensive? Why is it so expensive to be gold? I don't get it. Or to be... How do you define yourself at this point? I mean, why is it so expensive to just get HRT? And we get more of them. Oh, I can't bring these ones with me. There we go. I can break those now. Oh, what's this? Whoa! What the fuck? To be continued. Oh. I guess that's the end of it. Okay. That was scary. Jesus, what's main menu? No. That was it, I suppose. That was the end of the trial, the free or influencer code demo, yeah. Early build. What the fuck ending? So we're not, I mean, there's more to it. That was only chapter 1 and the prologue, I think. So, there was that. There was a little bit of that. What did you think?
I see
Sammy,
your
hello.
guests.
What's going on, friend?
Welcome, friends.
That explained nothing. I mean, none of it explained anything, and I kind of like that vibe. I kind of gel with it. Sammy, friendo, what's happening? Hello, Raiders. Give me a second. Mrs. L, hello. I'm just stretching my arms out. I just... False advertised you how? You made the audibles. Nice. Nice. That's what we like to hear. There we go. Give you some raid colors. There we go. T-posing to assert dominance. Us. What do you think of my makeup tonight? I did something. I don't know what I did, but I definitely did something. Anyways, let's turn the music up a little bit. Oh, playing a cool demo, and now it is done. Yeah, we finished it. It was like maybe... Let me check, actually. Let me check the time I spent. 43 minutes. We spent 43 minutes, and we're done. We're done. It looks pretty cool. It's pretty interesting. It's creepy. It's super weird. Excuse me. Seems like there's a lot more to go with it, but yeah. Mutual black lipstick vibes. You love my look? Thank you kindly. I was thinking like I should experiment more with this. It's on my wish list, so when it fully releases sometime this year, we might give it a full crack. Why not? Here we go. We've just launched a new atmospheric trailer. So it just says Q3, whatever that means. Demo update 0.5. Substantial changes. There we go. Doom always looks good. It does, doesn't it? We love Doom. We love Doom. Oh my goodness me. Oh, I'm just stretching my back out a bit. Sammy has some banging makeup. Have you got a picture? If we got a picture of your makeup that we can see. I'm going to take some water because I haven't eaten. I haven't eaten either, but I haven't been drinking any water since I had that CC dry. Mwah! There you go. I'm not doing the whole actually kiss the finger thing because it gets the lipstick on my finger and it's black lipstick. So that was interesting. That was interesting. Melting Parrot Games on Twitter. I'm going to see what their Twitter says. Oh, follow them. Excuse me. Cat cam. Hang on. We can do this in a way. Look, there we go. An absolute king. In all of his glory. A giant among we filth. I like how the camera is like slowly, subtly moving because the camera is not set stable. No, you're gonna go away. Please give Feline a forehead kiss. Can I give you a forehead kiss consensually? No, it doesn't look like he's in the mood for any affection. Oh, look at him. Look, this ferocious animal. It's just like, I just want a pat, and you're like, nah. Fuck you, mate. Oh, you're an idiot. You're a little idiot. You're a little idiot. Ow! Why are you bringing the claws out? I'm just playing with you and you're bringing the claws out. You're mean. Why are you gonna be so mean? All the time. You're so rude. It's a reason nobody likes you. Didn't feed me. I'm pretty sure I did. I like when he does the pathetic little nips. He's got the nail there. Does that acrylic taste nice? Are you gonna try to take them off me? Huh? Punk? Alright. Enough of that wanker. Jesus. If I can get my camera to sit back where it belongs. There we go. Ah, smudge biting reminds you on your day you went to a greyhound cafe. Oh, that sounds cool. One of the greyhounds kept nomming on her hand when she was patting them. I want to go to a cat cafe. I want to own a cat cafe, actually. Can somebody help me with the funding to start a cat cafe? I'll just literally learn how to be a barista and take care of like 16 cats. I can't change those lights. There we go. And that's all I'll do. That's it. I'll just do that. How about, does that sound good? I think that sounds good. We're just like, yeah, take care of a lot of cats and do coffee. And that's it. Okay. You right now? You good? Are you good? Well, since we finished the demo, what do we want to do now? What do we feel like? We were playing Dark Souls last week. Should we continue Dark Souls? Coffee, but coffee pods. And make cats the main attraction. True. You could do that. Have a really cool game suggestion. What do you got for me, Haley? Because, yeah, usually Friday nights, game nights, play Pong. No. Oh, but if you want to follow... Excusez-moi. If you want to follow the devs of that game and keep up to date on the progress of it, there you go. Please play Pong. No. Streamers, no. Can you? Like, hang on. Here we go. Hang on, let me see. Greyhound also jumped in her and knocked her into you. It was a scene out of an anime or something. That's cute. What's this? Oh, I've got my women's script set up here. My script for the YouTube video. We don't need Dap Up anymore. Just gonna do something. $40 hours of Pong a week. Here we go. We got this one. Keyboard. Easy. Do I just go up and down? Oh, there we go. What? Okay. There you go. Is this what you wanted? There you go. Did you know there's like a physical version of this game out there? It's called air hockey. Or just hockey. You could just play hockey. But that requires a lot more players.
Round on
Another round. Thank you for the 232 bits. That's a very specific number. Thank you kindly, Haley. This game looks amazing. Look at the graphics on it. Isn't it like really high graphics? Do you like the graphics? There's an industrial song called Pong. I'm doing terribly. I'm actually legitimately doing bad at this. Ah. Why am I bad at this? It's Pong. I don't even... Oh, God. 88. No, not 88. We got to change the score now. There we go. 89. That's good. Ah, oh, fucking hell. As long as we don't get to, like, 1488 next, we should be good. There we go. I win! I win. Let's get everyone tip and we'll keep playing Pong. Play solitaire. I'll keep playing if you get a hype train going in the next couple of minutes. Come on. Somebody oh my god, you're kidding me. Oh my god, I hit it outside into my fucking own. Oh my god! You're kidding me. This is atrocious. This is actually abysmal. Someone get a hype train going and I'll do Pong for I don't know how long. 10 minutes. For as long as the hype train runs, if you get a hype train going, I'll leave Pong up for the duration of the hype train. If you get one going. Oh my god, you're kidding me. Come on. There we go. I'm not the one winning. I'm on the right hand side? Yeah, right hand side. Come on. Can I stop it from winning? No! Oh my god, fucking hell. I'm over on this side. You can tell by the fact that they're moving really smoothly and I'm moving really like jutted and staggered and all that. There we go. There we go. 3. Oh. Oh. Come on. There we go. What are we doing? Oh no, I was trying to go for a perfect score. Son of a bitch. I almost had him too. No, oh, I fucked myself up there. Oh, damn it. Now I'm doing bad. I'm going to lose. There we go. Nice moves. There we go. What do we think? What do we think? I think we've lost the opportunity to get the hype train going. Oh well. Hype trains aren't worth Pong. What do we do now though? That was only like a 43-minute demo. And I'm not quite sure what to move on to in terms of games aside from that, but I'm not going to keep playing Pong all night. There's only so much I can handle of that shit. Deconstruct team, maybe. I don't know. Why are you staring at me, you creep? What is wrong with him? Honestly, I don't know what the hell the deal is with my cat. He just sits there and stares, like, just... What is your problem? Why do you do this? Why are you the way that you are? Well, I'm going to pop it back into just chatting. Does anyone have any news? I'm not sure I want to. I'm not sure I want to browse existing games. I'm not browse existing games. I'm not sure I want to browse new games. Well, not new games. Games I'm unfamiliar with. Cat Zoom. I'll put it back in just chatting for a minute. And it's free and on itch.io. What about, like, is there any news we could talk about? Is there anything interesting we could talk about? Because I don't prep anything for Fridays except for games. I could look at games. We were talking about games before. We were talking about video games. We were talking about the whole what is Defy Gravity? We were talking about the whole thing earlier of is it okay if an indie dev reaches out with a free code for you to promote it, but not pay you for it, not pay you to promote it, just give you the code. See, in that circumstance, I got the free code, but it was basically a demo of the full game. It wasn't like an actual code for the full game, which some influencers do get. You know, we've been discussing recently the idea around companies giving you a product on the basis that you'll promote the product, but you won't really get anything in terms of actual income from it. And there have been companies discussing the fact that thanks to things like Twitch and TikTok and YouTube and all of that, they get a lot of free promotion, a lot of free advertising without spending $1 on actual ad revenue, on ad spend. You regret to inform me the game you were going to suggest no longer seems to be on itch.io. Welcome to your experience in games media. I mean, that's probably par for the course for creators of our size. Unfortunately. There's not a whole lot we can do about that, I think. I just realized I've got Doom here. I've also got Ultimate Doom. Since we got a Doom t-shirt on, what do you want? What do you want? You're gonna try to bite me again. Why are you so angry at me? Go on, fuck off then. Yeah, I don't know. Have you folks ever accepted a game code on the basis that you're going to promote the game on your stream? And then, like, if you have done that, have you ever been asked to provide a VOD, like a link to the VOD of the stream that you did after the fact? There's an interesting thought. Like, oh god, no, why is Caitlyn Jenner trending? Why is it just a... Here's a good tweet. I'm going to show you. Here's a good tweet. Just unfollow J.K. Rowling. I mean, yes. I don't follow her. I wouldn't follow her. Wait a minute. What? Oh no. She's in my country. Not J.K. Rowling, Caitlyn Jenner. That's why she's trending. She's in Australia. Why are you in Australia? Why? For what reason? What? For Big Brother Australia? What does that have to do with anything? I'm confused. What productive purpose could you serve Caitlyn Jenner on Big Brother of all things? Yeah, get her out, get her out, get her out. Dear Dr. Abby, I am a content creator that has become insignificant. How do I be cool like you? Do weird goth makeup for no reason. That's all I do. I don't know what I do. I honestly have no idea what my deal is that makes people like me for some reason. I wish I had an answer to that question. It's kind of creeping me out. There's a lot of people that seem to like me lately, and I'm like, what? Surely that you must be mistaking me for someone more attractive. But in multiple ways. Not just physically, but like personally and aesthetically. And I don't know, in sort of an eldritch fashion. Anyway, the fact that it's on news shows you the rot of our nation's media. Yeah, I know. I am someone who is attractive. Thank you. That was me fishing for compliments. No. By the way, J.K. Rowling was on my recommended follows earlier. Sent me a DM of a game that might be cool to play. Hang on, let me check it. Let me check it. Oh, excuse me. Let's have a look. Okay, so what have we got? Short demo of a visual novel I made for a Cyberpunk bundle. It's another short game, though. Mainly here for Smudge. Smudge is okay. Aren't you okay? No, you're not. Pat. I want a pat. I want a pat. No, I want a pat. That's not a pat. That's the opposite of a pat. That's a hurt. Someone say fish seems it's a permitted term joke. And a translated looking fine joke. What? What was the deal with fish? I still don't get why fish was a censored word. What would they go? What happened there? I still don't get it. Nice cat. Do you like my pussy? He's a very nice pussy. He's very soft pussy. Oh. Maybe it's a trans thing? I mean, it could be. Although, I get the suspicion that, you like your friend's pussy. I get the suspicion, just know fish is a drag thingy, maybe. Maybe that's it. But, yeah, it was really weird. Like, I don't expect Twitch would have put in any specific censored terms for specific channels. Let's not act like Twitch actually cares about oppressed minorities or anything of that sort. Because obviously they don't. You kept getting recommended Nazi stuff. Why Nazi stuff? What the heck? What is wrong with people? Why are they promoting Nazi shit on YouTube? There was a problem. We talked about this a while back, like the issue with, what's it called? The issue with YouTube is that it has this tendency of recommending certain types of content to people based on what other viewers of that content are watching. Which, you know, yeah, why Nazi stuff specifically? Like, people were, yeah, what was the thing about getting recommended Ben Shapiro? Keep getting recommended to follow Ben Shapiro. People were getting recommended to watch Ben Shapiro and, like, Tucker Carlson and other people like that because other viewers of that content were watching, Call of Duty videos. So they were getting recommended to watch those right-wing videos as sort of a pipeline. Because some people were watching Call of Duty videos. It's Nazi adjacent, PragerU and Ben Shapiro and so on, yeah. It's basically Nazis. Excuse me. Who is the best Superman actor? I don't even know who all the Superman actors are. Get down. Aside from Henry Cavill. I honestly have no idea. If somebody gives me the names, I'll do the poll. I could look it up. I'm lazy. I could look it up. Here we go. There's 11 actors, but we'll do like the big ones. Oh, dude, alcohol hits me like a truck. It makes me think I'm tired, but I don't really feel like I'm tired. Here we go. Here's your options. Best Superman actor. Thank you for giving a heck, Mrs. L. Henry Cavill, Christopher Reeve, Brandon Routh, Tom Welling, and Nicolas Cage. What do you... He was... Have you seen the story of like... Have you seen the story of like the Nicolas Cage was going to play Superman? There is a video. Where is it? Nicolas Cage, Superman. What's his name? The guy who did Clerks has a really good video. Kevin Smith. The Death of Superman Lives. There's a whole thing. What is this? There's a video. There's a specific... Oh, a documentary film. Written and directed by John Schnepp and produced by Holly Payne. Chronicles the behind-the-scenes events surrounding the cancelled Tim Burton film Superman Lives. And he did eventually play Superman in Teen Titans, apparently. Teen Titans Go to the movies. So... he was in there at some point. Which I feel like that had to be a jab or something. Here we go. This is kind of great. This is kind of great. Let's watch this really quickly. Kevin Smith talks about Superman Lives. I don't know if you have seen this. You may have seen this. It's pretty well known at this point. You like him more for playing the Atom in Legends of Tomorrow? I've heard he's good in that. I think it's that one. Or am I thinking of another character in another show? I don't know. By another. Oh no, I'm thinking of I'm thinking of that other show that's got the guy from The Mummy in it. What's that show called? There's a superhero team show, and it's got that guy from The Mummy, whose name, Brendan Fraser. Anyway, there's this video. It's hard to look at that and think like, did that really happen? But the way he tells that story was just like, oh god. Could be the movie Blazing Saddles. True. I haven't seen that one. I've heard about it. I haven't seen that one, but I've heard about it. Oh, anywho's. There we go. I'm going to take a quick be right back. Kind of disappointed that game demo was only like, 45 minutes. We didn't get much out of that. I don't know if I want to come back and play a little bit more Dark Souls, because we were playing Dark Souls last time, or if we want to like dive into our usual content maybe. Oh, let me stretch my back out a little bit. And twist things and all that kind of thing. Oh. Alright. Okay. We'll be back in just a moment. I'm going to go take a leak. Go to the bathroom. All that kind of good stuff. And then when we come back, we can, I don't know. What can we do? I want to do something, but I haven't planned for this stream specifically other than the game. And now I'm just like, not sure I want to play games again, but maybe I should. Do I have Doom 2016 installed? I might. Let me check. I do not. It's not installed. Bloody heck, it's not installed. However, Eldritch is installed, which is kind of nice, but I get a bit sick of it after a little while. This is kind of a neat game. It's got a bit of a Minecraft vibe to it in terms of its visuals, but it's all themed around Eldritch horror and exploration. It's quite interesting. I'm a little bit stuck on it. I can't seem to get very far in it, but it's neat. Oh, it's a bit of a roguelite, I think. Anyway, I know I shouldn't get a coffee this late at night, but I'm very tempted to. Anyhow. Do I? No, I don't have an Xbox One. I've got an Xbox 360. An Xbox 360, a PS4, PS3, 2, 1. I've got a Nintendo Switch. My kids have both got Nintendo Switch Lites. What else have I got? I don't know. But no Xbox Ones. I could get one on a plan if I wanted to, but I don't want to. I have no interest in them. Anyway, I'll be back momentarily. BRB. Don't go away, folks. I am tired. I'm very tired. Hello, I'm back now. Don't worry, you don't have to worry about me anymore. I'm here. I'm here, you are safe, I have ice cream. You don't. I do. I'm allowed to. Not Moscato tonight. I've got Canadian Club. But I had one before. Oh, my hands are sore now. Get this. It was an Endeavour. You messaged me about something I could read. Cool, I'll check it out in a sec. It was an endeavour to get the ice cream out of the tub. Celestial, why is it saying... I swear that's not the first time you've chatted in my stream. Why is it giving me the first time chat from viewer thing? Anyway, it was an endeavour to get the ice cream out of the tub to the point where I was digging that spoon into my hand. And now I'm in agony. It's great. How's it going, folks? Welcome back. I got ice cream. It's Häagen-Dazs Belgian chocolate. First time trying it. It's quite nice. I like it. Anyway, let's read something. Let's do something. Let's do a bit of news or whatever we've got. Not bad, good size. It's economic news. Ooh. We suffer for what we love, we do. Okay. What have we got? Oh, God, okay. Oh, we got Michael West, okay. We do suffer for what we love, and at the moment I'm also suffering from having really dry skin, which is not something I love at all. But anyway. Money for nothing, the RBA, the banks, and a negative interest rates warning. Since the highly dubious stories about John McAfee, you can't do ice cream. What does John McAfee have to do with your ability to eat ice cream, though? I'm confused. What was he doing with ice cream? I have to suffer for my art, too.
I see you
Celestial.
brought guests.
Thank you for the raid, friend. Well,
friends.
we can read about this in a sec. There we go. That's cool. That's a thing. I really have to sort out a way to make the raid thing happen automatically. That'd be cool. Welcome in, raiders. How was your stream? Hello, Annie. What's going on? How was the stream? Tell us all about it. What were we getting up to? We played a very short demo of a game tonight, and now we're trying to figure out what to do with the rest of the stream. Very, very raid moment. Thank you kindly. What were you getting up to? Tell us all about it. Tell us all about it. Oh, while I try to... play the first Ori game. I've heard good things about Ori. I should try that at some point. Cute Doom shirt. Thank you kindly. Oh, goodness me. I'm trying to fix my shoulders up. Sorry, that's sore. So's my neck. Oh, goodness. So it went well, I'm assuming? I hope it went well. I hope it went well. Yeah, I started tonight's stream chatting about a bunch of random bullshit, and then we played a demo of a game which I was expecting might go for a bit longer. It didn't go for a bit longer. You love the lip, thank you kindly. I was actually experimenting with an idea for a lip recently. My makeup is based, thank you kindly, Twiggy. I tried something, right? And Chitty Bang Me, welcome to the Rogue Room. I tried something. Also, there's a wig that I've literally never worn. I need to find a video or something to wear that for. And I was going to like do just like a pale skin colored lip and then like a little line of black right there in the middle of my top lip. And once I saw how it looked, I realized I'm never going to attempt that look again. Ever. In my life. It's not worth it. Probably the 6th or 7th time you finish the game. That's cool. That's fucking cool. I like a game where I can get addicted to it and play it for ages. And it doesn't seem like there's many of those. There are some games where people have told me they've played this game or that game for so many times. And I've tried to play them and I haven't found myself in the same predicament. But to each their own, right? We all have our own tastes and flavors. Which makes us great. Communism Simulator is what you're playing on hard. I do have a Captain America shield. It's a backpack. I used to wear it to university. I do not wear it to university anymore because I don't want to be associated with America. But that said, it's a nice backpack. Oh, Frostpunk. How's Frostpunk? I have heard things about it. I haven't heard much about it though. It's like the name keeps coming up every now and again. There aren't many games you'll replay these days. Same here. Honestly, like Spider-Man is a really good example of a really good game that I played through till I finished the story, and then I put it back in its case and had no interest whatsoever in picking it up again. I don't get why this keeps happening. There's a bunch of games where I'm like, this is a really good game, never gonna play it again. I did it with Sekiro. I finished Sekiro, which is amazing, and I love From Software games, and I played a bunch of them to completion, and yet I got through one playthrough of Sekiro, and I couldn't keep going anymore. What about Captain Native American? Is there I feel like there is a Captain Native America. There probably is. Have I seen the frankly hilarious stuff from the UK about how the Tories are doing a Donald Trump on footballers kneeling and supporting BLM, and how the Home Secretary incited racism, and then 2 days later, after the Gammon people, were being racist to the England team, she did a 180 and acted like she was always on their side. I heard something about that. In the past few days. I didn't know any finer details of it though. Can't decide if you're doing a DS3 or Bloodborne stream next. I was playing DS3 last Friday. And I was considering booting it up tonight if we've got a bit of time left. Maybe we could do that. If you folks are at all keen. I was doing a gender bent Trevor Belmont short sword and whip run. Whip in the main hand, short sword in the offhand. I think I don't like the character's appearance though. I tried to make her look a little bit unique, and in the process she kind of ends up looking meh. Meh. Not meh, not bleh, meh. Downloaded some mods for it that looked interesting. I wish we could mod Bloodborne. I'd like to see more Bloodborne content. Anyway, let's take a look at Michael West Media for a second. Money for nothing, debts for free, the RBA, the banks, and a negative interest rates warning. As New South Wales plunges back into lockdown, the banks have been warned to prepare for negative interest rates. Meanwhile, the Reserve Bank has quietly conceded the banks have not let the $188 billion pandemic stimulus, instead parking it in their $314 billion war chest at the central bank, earning no interest. Michael West on looming storm clouds. Okay, it will have largely gone unnoticed, very largely unnoticed, but the banks have been warned to prepare for negative interest rates. Negative rates mean you pay the bank to park your money rather than the bank paying interest to you, the depositor. It's a radical proposition, something never before seen in this country, and something the Reserve Bank has said would not happen. When money is this cheap, it is not good. Negative interest rates presage a listless economy. The storm clouds are massing on the economic horizon as the Sydney lockdown, along with the failure of the federal government's vaccine rollout, shackle economic growth around Australia. And this says, so is this a whole image, or is this just like part of an image? Oh, okay, it's a whole thing. Okay. Let me go back. I am not at all up to speed on this stuff, so thank you, Reaper, for providing us with this, but I'm going to be completely blind to it. The warning to prepare for negative rates has come via a letter from the prudential regulator APRA, and it reflects a world in flux and renewed uncertainty in Australia, which is just what we need. We love a bit of uncertainty in Australia. Fantastic. This week's inflation figures in the US showed an extraordinary 5.4% rise, while here in Australia, optimism over the incipient? That is a word, yes, incipient post-COVID recovery is being smothered by the New South Wales outbreak. Meanwhile, another strange thing happened. Highly regarded Central Bank Governor Guy Debelle made an unusually frank, although furtive, admission. Buried in some footnotes to a speech in May, Debelle conceded that the major stimulation initiative of the pandemic, the TFF, the Term Funding Facility, had failed. God, there's a lot in this. I think this is too over my head. Honestly, I think this is too over my head. I'm reading it, but I'm not taking any of it in. And honestly, I kind of feel like pivoting a little bit to... Let me change the title for a second. Mental health head stuff. Let's talk about head stuff, I think. Here's the full story in England's Mings slammed UK's Home Secretary over racism remarks. We'll take a look at that shortly. Because I've been thinking about like a lot of mental health stuff recently. And in particular, when I've been reading articles and all that kind of thing, I've been leaning into this idea that maybe I'm actually dyslexic. Which is not really necessarily worrying. I'm sure it's completely manageable. But I'm looking directly at words that I should know, and I'm struggling to read them. You know? You gotta eat something so you'll just leave a like? Sounds good, sounds good, sounds good. How have you folks been in terms of your mental well-being lately? Especially if you're here in Australia and you're in a lockdown state. By the way, Tainer Project, welcome to the Rogue Room. I saw you followed 13 minutes ago. Yeah, how have you folks been for that kind of thing with regards to, or if you're outside of Australia and you're in lockdown, or if you're in a particular situation where, you know, life has been quite significantly altered since the pandemic? Because obviously it has, and obviously we're far from past the pandemic yet. We're far from over this whole thing, and it's affecting a lot of us psychologically, I would dare say. Because not just with regards to everything being locked down and all of that, but with there being so many people out there who are politicizing the idea of just trying to be decent human beings and not continue infecting your fellow man. Coped by making YouTube videos. I mean, that's fair. Barking mad, full of rage, and get bouts of sadness. I get the bouts of sadness bit. Definitely get the bouts of sadness bit. And it's like unexplainable too. Is the thing is like, there are definitely moments where I'm like, I shouldn't be sad right now. I shouldn't be crying right now, but I am. I've had that a lot lately. And I've had full-on breakdowns over things where I'm like, I could probably handle this better if I wasn't so stressed out for this reason, that reason, and the other reason. They're just pushed to my absolute limit sometimes. Screwed you up in what you do during the day now. You're more to yourself than ever before. Yeah, and it can really muck with your head, can't it? Although, that being said, last time we had serious lockdowns here in Australia, I became a transgender person, which was fun. Well, not specifically. But I do think there was a bit of a trend around that whole idea. Like, there's a few trans people who came out during COVID pandemic lockdowns because having a lot of time to yourself, all your schedule goes out the window all of a sudden. You no longer have your job. You can no longer go to university or whatever. No longer do whatever your outdoorsy hobbies are, or I don't know. I don't know what your life is like. But, you know, being in a situation where you're stuck, cooped up inside, alone all the time, is not good for your mental health. We're meant to socialize. We are people that are meant to interact with one another. And I think being alone, getting inside your own head, allows you to unpack a lot of things that you've been feeling for a long time, and start to realize certain behaviors, certain patterns. Cope by reading books on economics, politics, and playing games. I didn't play many games during the first lockdown, actually. Well, no, never mind. I was still streaming under my dead name back then, so yeah, I was actually playing games. But the thing is, well before I actually came out, so here's an interesting little story about my streaming journey. Back in 2018, when I started, I got into streaming to play games again. So I wanted to play video games again. I started playing video games again. I had a good bit of fun with it for about a year or two, and then towards that third year, as that third year started, I kind of felt like I was locked into this role as a gaming streamer, so I couldn't really deviate from that as much as I wanted to back then. So I just started experimenting with playing different games, doing different challenge runs, doing all these different types of content, and trying to talk about different issues on stream, which I was passionate about, which became quite difficult a lot of the time, because you got to focus on. I'm not a multitasker. I can't do it. I can't focus. I mean, I can, but you'll notice if I'm playing a game on stream and I have a thought that I want to get out of my head, I'll pause the game and I'll stop and I'll talk for a good while there. You know. Realized you were trans at the beginning of the year. Did far much reflecting on about everything, which in general wasn't good, but hey, at least you're a girl now. Hello, Chelsea. How you doing? Masupalami. How do you pronounce that? Welcome to the Rogue Room. Hard to run from yourself when you were stuck with yourself. Yes, exactly. I feel like for a long time before I came out, I was definitely on the run from myself. That's a good way to put it. Because I was filling my schedule with as much as I could, to the point where anytime I had free time, I was too exhausted to think to myself. So, or rather, the character I was playing and who was in control of the body at the time was doing all this running about, was doing all of this escaping, evading, dodging me at every possible opportunity. To the point where, I'd gotten into a relationship, I became a parent twice, got into a job, was socializing quite a lot with the ex and her family sort of situation, and her friends. So there was so much time where my mind was occupied by everything except my true identity. And then it took me having a ton of time to just sit alone and reflect and unpack those thoughts before I actually came out. Which, I mean, is a one little positive of the pandemic, I suppose. Marsupilami, that works. There we go. I keep going to say marsupial, which is not how it is. It was a cartoon on TV, there you go. Thanks to our shit Brexit government, there may be COVID Delta outbreak coming. And thanks to their Great British Rail plans, he might be made redundant in 6 months, so you're kind of like the Incredible Hulk at the moment. Well, that's not good. That's not good at all. We don't like that. I hope you're able to manage through that. Because I might actually be looking at a new job soon. I'm on the other end of that. I might actually be looking at a new job soon, or like not a new job, which I'm kind of worried about. I'm looking at an old job that I used to have, but in a different location. So, I'm at least not going back to the position I was at in the same place, where I know for a fact a lot of the old staff that I used to work with before I came out are still working at that location. So it'd be really weird if I show up one day and, I don't want to deal with people dead naming and all that kind of thing. But I may well be back in the same kind of role that I was in before, which would be good because then I can have consistent income and not blow up my fucking car trying to work. Which the car still runs, by the way, but it's seemingly, like the mechanics have said, it's beyond salvageable at this point, unless you want to sink thousands of dollars into it, which I don't. I know what I want to sink thousands of dollars into, and it's not a fucking car. Can't deal with this pandemic. I know it's so stressful because it's like, what, 2 years in now? Just about, or a year and a half. Is it 2 years in? I don't know. How long have we been going with this shit? We've been going with this for a while now, and it still feels like this temporary thing that's going to go away one day. One day we're going to be like, it's all over now. We're all good now. We're all safe now. Yay. Started end of 2019, yeah. So it's been going for about a year and a half. And we've been in lockdown. We've been out of lockdown. We've had
I see you raw
Hello,
guests.
ranting trans.
Welcome, friends.
You're awesome people, by the way. Can I just say that? You're awesome people. Hello, Jasmine. Hello, friends. How's it going? What's the news? I'm Abigail Beck, host of The Rogue Room, which is kind of what we're doing, but we're kind of aimlessly rambling about mental health stuff, the pandemic, and all of that, and whatever else comes up, because I did not plan tonight's stream at all. I'm not good at this. We had this plan to do a little video game influencer demo trial version thing, and it only ended up being about 45 minutes long, so we've just been chatting and chilling and eating ice cream, apparently. I'm eating ice cream. It's Belgian chocolate. It's quite nice. How was your stream? What were you getting up to? What were you getting up to tonight? Not gonna lie. Thought that was a bowl of sauce. It does look like a bowl of sauce. Following the Andrews advice and getting on the beers. Yes. Get on the beers with Dan Andrews. Cookie Bird, welcome to the Rogue Room. How you doing? Did your D&D prep on it? That sounds really cool. I'm doing a video essay at the moment, and I was doing a bit of prep for that recently, which was kind of weird. Like, not completely. We could do some more memes if you want.
Continuing your membership.
Which Mallory?
#mood.
#mood. Thank you for the sub. Thank you for the 8 months, you entire legend, you. Oh my god. Can I give you some cheers for the beers? That's the first thing that came to mind. Orions, welcome to the Rogue Room. First thing that came to mind. But yeah, like in the same vein, I've been doing a bit of this lately, which is like I'm not at all in any reasonable way an academic. I'm like a first year university student, so I'm a very dumb person, but I like to consider myself smart. And I've been doing like one of the essays that I was supposed to do last semester, which I've been given an extension of like 90 days to finish. Yes, 90 days, I'm not kidding. Due to mental health reasons, it's great. I decided to turn into a video essay, which I want to do soon. And I actually, I've got a bunch of notes here. Which, this is just the notes. I haven't even started the script yet. It's about women. It's about society's expectations and perceptions of women. And, of course, it's going to heavily lean into trans women and their own little role to play in that whole thing. Which I was thinking, like, we could do some more on that if you folks are interested. I've started doing backdrops and outfits as notes in the beginning. Because, yeah, we're going to do the ContraPoints thing. Because, like Draco called me. Can't believe it's not ContraPoints. We're going to do the whole thing. Multiple different scenes. The beige outfit that you might have seen already. Oh, I'm from Australia. I'm Australian. The beige outfit, which you folks may have seen either on Twitter or on Instagram. Let me see if I can find it. I post too much media on Twitter, so I keep forgetting. Where is it? Here it is. This one. This thing is going to be in the video. This outfit's going to be in the video. The whole thing, the makeup, everything is going to be in the video. And then I've got an outfit that's like almost the opposite of that and going for much more of a tomboy look. Hello, Bunny. How you going? Good evening. Yeah, we're at like, what, 10:50 p.m.? Excuse me, I'm sniffly. Bloody heck. Sounds so English. I mean, I've got that before as well. I've had some people say I sound English. It's not an uncommon thing. Which is... Let's just say I'm glad I'm not English. I don't want to live in Turf Island. I really don't. Especially not with Joanne just saying stuff and riling up her base again. I'm honestly surprised that she hasn't made a run for Parliament yet or something. Zarunai, welcome to the Rogue Room. How you doing? You got compared to ContraPoints again? I mean, I feel like you would if you did any of that kind of theatrical stuff. Like, if you do anything that's very overtly dramatic, lots of colourful lighting, lots of elegant scenery and costuming and all that, which you do, you know, then inevitably you're going to be compared. Because she's one of the most prominent figures in that space. In that particular thing. Stop it. There we go. I've never left Australia. So no, I have not been to San Diego. I've never left Australia. I would like to one day, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen in my lifetime, so fun times. Yeah, I'm never going to leave Australia in my lifetime. Lol. Of course not. And no, you don't want to live here, yeah. Everything I keep hearing about England just makes it really sound insufferable. And it sounds like there's a skew towards certain policies in Australia that might be indicative of either something that England would be doing or something England wants to do, and they're testing the waters out here with it. Which is what we got a bit of a vibe from on that recent Friendly Geordies video. You've been to Japan several times and you fucking miss it. I want to go to Japan one day. I want to go to Scotland, Japan. I would like to see parts of America, and I would like to go to the UK as an excursion and not stay there. But I wouldn't want to move to any of those places, I don't think. Have a woman you work with and she's Australian, you really thought she was English too? I think our accents are just really, really similar, honestly. I think there's a lot of similarities between the general Britain accent and the general Australian accent. Like the way we all... I don't know how you would say it. The intonation, the pronunciation of the words we say, probably very similar. You're Australian and even you mix up your own accent. Like, I think if I lean into certain manners of speaking, I can certainly sound a lot more convincingly English than I typically do. And it also helps that this particular voice that I'm putting on right now has become a bit of a reference point for my current personal vocal training. I have not specifically done any level of speech pathology or professional vocal training. I've not trained with, say, a singing trainer or anything of the sort, or a speaking trainer, you know. So anything that I can do with my voice is entirely of my own volition. Something that I've practiced for a while, but regrettably it is not the most skilled art that I possess. Much as I wish it were. How's that, mate? Cockney and Aussie are really similar. Yeah, I could see that. This is unreasonably good ice cream. I am definitely not going to eat the entire tub after I finish the stream. Because I actually want to lose weight, crazily enough. I know everybody's super into the whole muscle girl thing, but I actually want to drop a couple of kilos. I would like to get... I'm still at 73.7, shockingly, after a dreadful week of eating fast food and shit like this. I've somehow managed to maintain... Why am I trying to... doesn't look too bad. Anyway. Yeah, after a dreadful week of eating awful food, somehow I've not gone up in weight. I'm still at 73.7. Which was with clothes on, so probably closer to 73.2. Maybe just like 73. I don't know. You're supposed to measure yourself once a week, and what I was supposed to be doing was measuring myself once a week in the morning, Monday morning, before doing anything else. You get up, go to the toilet, and then go measure yourself, is what I was supposed to be doing. And I've fallen off with that. I've fallen off with my diet, so I'm going to try to get back on that really soon. Like next week, Monday, as of Monday, I keep saying it to myself, I'm going to get back into a structured diet schedule and a structured workout schedule. Well, I've already got a structured workout schedule. I haven't lost my workout schedule. That, fortunately, still stayed pretty good. You're jealous. What are you jealous of? Is it hot in Australia? No, it's freezing cold here. It's absolutely freezing. We had a really horrendous thunderstorm earlier where it was pouring down rain. Some area not far from me, about an hour away from me, had hailstones. You like my makeup? Clara, how you doing? Thank you so kindly. Yeah, metabolism. Isn't it great? And I know realistically, like, if I want to reach my body goals, I need to really refine my diet down to... every single ingredient in the food I eat needs to be specific. And that's just such a fucking chore, dude. Like, to make sure that everything you're eating, every little bit that's going into your body is good for you in the way that you want it to be good for you. That's the important takeaway that a lot of people don't realize. You know, you can have foods that are good for you, but what you want is foods that are good for you for your own goals. What do you want to achieve with the food you're consuming? What do you want to achieve with the intake? You know, what kind of... do you have weight loss in mind? Then you want to drop your carbohydrates quite significantly. You know, and you want to make sure you're staying below a certain calorie threshold and burning more calories than you're consuming. Like, generally speaking, if you want to lose weight, all you have to do is burn more calories than you're consuming. That's it. Which I'm definitely not doing after I ate that ice cream. Again. And, what was I going to say? Yeah, but if you're like me and like I really want to get to the point of leanness where you can see a lot of striation in my muscles and I want my abs to come out again, like my abs are still kind of there, but they're covered by a layer of protection and insulation at the moment, and I want them back. Come out again. I also just want this section to be like slimmer, which is the thing right now. I really want to figure all that whole thing out, and that comes down to really nailing down various different aspects of your diet. Like, I'm not allowed to eat these foods over here, but I should eat these foods. I should eat these foods in this capacity at these times. Should consume this food immediately after or before a workout. You know, it's a whole thing. It's a chore. I hate it. I don't like doing it. But I saw a quote on someone's Instagram post recently talking about like their diet, their fitness, their all of that whole thing, their body pursuit. And they were talking about how their diet is not really the most fun thing in the world, but their goal with their body is more important than the food they're putting in their body. If that, like, to them personally, like in terms of the emotional connection, having the physique they have was more emotionally important than having all the luxuries of eating Haagen-Dazs, you know. Maybe look at the 5-7 diet as you do, as well as avoiding fatty meats. I'll give that a look. When your dad first came to Australia, they thought it was all desert and threw out all their warm clothes. It was winter. Oh no. Hey Wolf, how you doing? Found the new TV hostess you hate called Wendy Williams. Yeah, I saw that clip. It was it was on Philip DeFranco. I remember watching that exact thing. Wendy Williams is a chore of a human being. I don't know how she has a following. She's a reprehensible person. But yeah, she was making fun of a TikToker who had more followers than her on TikTok. And then she announced that he died. Like, she decided to do that whole bit. Can we find the Philip DeFranco video? Let's see here. Is it still there? The video is listed as like... Or is it not on his main channel? Is it on his off channel? What's it? I don't even know what his off channel is called, but I do recall watching the video on the Philip DeFranco show. And it was like a video that he doesn't normally do. It wasn't like his usual news report thing. It was a, what's it called? It was like a little like 2 or 3 minute clip when it was just showing that footage. It was gross. It was very, very gross. Anyway. You have drama with your roommates who you're afraid to be in the kitchen, and it makes it really not easy for you to eat. Yeah, I can imagine. An American congresswoman is complaining about a parody website of her. I would hate for cool people to laugh at it. Okay. The Lauren Boebert. Racist QAnon sympathizer. Wendy Williams is awful, yeah. If we can find the video, it was definitely Philip DeFranco, but it wasn't like his usual Philip DeFranco news show. But like, hang on. Let me just try this. Hang on. Here we go. There's news articles about it. There's like Entertainment Tonight. Wendy Williams owes apology for mocking murdered TikTok star Swavey. But yeah, like this is just the gist of it. Essentially, made light of the murder of TikTok star Swavey on her TV show. Something for which his mother and brother say she now needs to apologize because she painted him in a bad light and outright disrespected him too. We spoke with Swavey's mom and older siblings, Chanel Clark and Rakeem Clark, respectively, about the segment Wendy did earlier this week on camera, where she introduced Swavey to her audience by comparing social media followers and throwing up a not-so-flattering photo of him, this before getting to the lead, namely getting him killed. Or namely him being killed. She didn't get him killed. But like this bit. Hang on.
I have no idea who this is. Neither does Norman. Neither does one person in this building. Maybe Sus does. Do you know who Swavey is? Clap. Clap if you know who Swavey is. Okay. Sus?
Nah, it's not my cup of tea that I got going on right now.
Well, he's a TikTok star. He's got more followers than me. 2.5 million.
On TikTok, but on Instagram, you have more followers.
The staff is going along with the bit, which is even more cringe.
As my son Kevin would say, no one uses Instagram anymore.
What?
And as far as TikTok, I don't use that at all. I don't know what that is. I don't want to be involved. So here he is. He's 19, and he was murdered Monday morning.
What kind of sick fuck is this? Fawnova, welcome to the Rogue Room. How you doing? What kind of absolute deranged, detached from humanity fuckery is that? Jesus the cunt Christ. I cannot even fathom. I genuinely, no. As angry as he is, it's probably nothing compared to Chanel, whom, by the way, says she saw her son get shot in Delaware Monday and was actually with him during his last breaths. She flat out tells TMZ Wendy owes her and the family a huge sorry for discussing her boy that way. The Millers say they felt Wendy misrepresented Swavey as a thug or as someone who dabbled in the street, and that couldn't be further from the truth, so they're demanding a full mea culpa and a correction for good measure. Fact is, the young man was already blowing up online, but his mother and brother feel she exposed him to a whole new demographic in the worst possible way, tarnishing his legacy. Wendy doesn't appear to have responded to the backlash just yet. Of course she fucking hasn't. Well, this was on my birthday when this was posted. That's grim. Awesome. But yeah. She doesn't use TikTok. Why is she so jealous of his following? I know. Like, the fact that she decided to make a young man's death about a social media dick measuring contest. Yeah, like you said, Reaper. Fucking ridiculous. Oh my god. And you know what sucks? Is like, she's fully aware. This idiot. I'm just going to say it right now. I'm usually pretty nice to people, but this idiot. I try to be nice to everyone. I really do. But I have my limits. I have my patience gets broken at times. This idiot knows full well that what she was doing was reprehensible from the get-go. She does not experience empathy or sympathy at all. She doesn't have those traits. It's not possible. Everything I've seen of Wendy Williams says to me she is legitimately psychotic. She doesn't feel for other people, but she's able to see that other people do, and she manipulates that to gain more of a following for herself. Every so often, she cycles back around into the social media discourse purely because of the fact that she's said or done something stupidly controversial. You know? She tends to start shit with other people, yeah. Should never be nice to Wendy Williams. She deserves every bad thing to happen to her. It's almost like controversy generates clicks. Classic. I read that at RWNJ. I read that as Ray William Johnson for some reason, which I don't know what Ray William Johnson's doing these days, but I just Ray William Johnson just came to mind. There's a thing. If you thought about Ray William Johnson in a minute, he came back a little while back for like one video on his main channel. What a throwback. He did one video and then he went back to like being in hiding or whatever it was. Whatever it is he's doing these days. I don't know what his deal is. Okay, so Lauren Boebert. Let's look at this. Let's laugh at this. This is a parody website of Lauren Boebert. I am the militia, 2A, we the people. I'm not listening to his song. Sycophant websites. Devin Nunes, 2022. Congressman Gates. Jim Jordan, 2020. Find Marga Love. Oh fuck. Oh my god, you think he does reactions on Facebook? Well, there you go. The speaker has been removed from the chambers. Contribute to my websites. Oh, this is just like people actually, yeah, about. Cannot be serious. Hi, I'm Lauren Boebert, professional failure, illegal stalker of Nancy Pelosi, wife of guy who exposed himself to a minor, QAnon believer, owner of restaurant that gives you diarrhea because we don't believe in health codes, and daughter of woman who was definitely at the Capitol riots, but in no way was she a part of the actual riot because that would be wrong and she's completely sane, so stop mentioning it. That's an official mugshot. Blog. What's in the blog section? Boebert's gun-carrying lie. What's this? Bobo used a bogus story about a man being beaten to death outside her restaurant to advocate for gun rights, despite the local police department debunking her claims after an autopsy showed that the man had died from a drug overdose. There was an altercation outside my restaurant where a man was physically beat to death. There were no weapons involved. He was beat to death by another man's hands, she said, referring to a 2013 incident outside her Shooter's Grill restaurant in Rifle, Colorado. Boebert used her story to justify why she and the staff at her restaurant all carry guns at work. I have a lot of young girls who work in my restaurant and we needed an equalizer. However, it was reported by the Colorado Sun newspaper in September last year that the Rifle Police Department had no record of such a murder. Excuse me. The police department told the newspaper that a man had indeed died down the street from the gun-themed Shooter's Grill restaurant in August, but that an autopsy indicated he died from overdosing on drugs. This, as well as other stories and interviews included in the upcoming documentary, The Real Lauren Boebert. Check out this page to help. There we go. Doesn't shock you, does it? She wanted to remove the metal detectors from Congress because it infringes on my First Amendment rights. Was that her? I remember that. Yes, I remember that. That was a story. That was a time, wasn't it? These people are just deranged. They're deranged. I don't want to get into like the gun debate thing again tonight. I don't have the energy for guns. Hello AGT, how you doing? What's going on? Second, she might have said First Amendment rights, honestly. Howdy D, how you going? If you need to carry a gun to go about your daily life, either A, you're living in a war zone, or cool sunglasses emoji, you need to consult a mental health professional. I keep saying words that honestly lean into the ableism of mental illness. I really got to think about that. Like, I keep saying deranged. I said psychotic a few times. It is supposed to be a B, but every time you do that, anywhere on social media, it turns into the sunglasses emoji. It's great. One of the first popular YouTubers is still going from 2007. At one time, he was the first YouTuber to top 10,000 followers. That's pretty cool. She's the one that wants to carry on the floor, yeah. As if you need to. Why would you need to? What reason do you think you're going to need to carry a gun into Congress? Yeah, that's not why you're there. That's not why you don't need to have a gun in a room geared towards discussing things, right? Unless, of course, there is an armed insurrection that storms the Capitol building, storms Congress, and opens up those chambers with firearms. Oh, hang on, that happened on your side, conservatives. That was your side that did that. So now we're getting into the gun debate. There needs to be more left-wing gun owners. Join the Socialist Rifle Association. Don't have the energy for guns, but you have 2 of them. True. Are these legal in Australia? Also, I don't have my sword out. I think these are illegal in Australia. Us. Unless you're planning to use it, right? Right? The whole gun thing. Yeah, like, America's gun culture is fucking weird. 2 guns, law and order. I do want to, like... Some days I look at them and I'm like, I've got really nice arms. I do. But some days I'm like, I kind of want to stop lifting. And again, like, cut my diet down really, really lean. To drop a bunch of weight. Which I know is a bad thing. It's probably leaning into, like, eating disorder territory. But I'm like, I'm too big and muscly. And thus I'm not very feminine for having big, bulky muscles. Which, you know, obviously I do doll myself up as pretty feminine most of the time. I'm not always wearing a Doom t-shirt. But it does, you know, give me a bit of dysphoria sometimes where I'm like, I'm flexing and I look good. Not gonna lie, I look good. I like the way I appear to myself. But I still, I don't know, I still have a lot of self-consciousness about it, strangely. Look like those fit women's you aspire to look like at the gym. They are very nice to look at. Personally love muscle women. There's a good subreddit called Flexin' Lesbians. And I've posted on there a few times. Let me see. Is it gonna type? There's a good subreddit called Flexin' Lesbians. And it's lesbians who've got muscles. And I think we could... It might be risky to look at it. It might be risky to look at it. But they are trans friendly. They're welcoming. They're accepting. Except for that one person who gave me the Dread Award on one of my posts on the Flexin' Lesbian subreddit. And they said, get FFS and then maybe you'll fit in here. It is really weird that there's way too many people out there who have guns that really shouldn't, but as a female that usually is out and about alone, you really need to invest in one because your taser only does so well. Yeah, and like that's the thing, right? You're in that... this is the thing. If I was in America, I'd probably own a gun. I'd probably own a sidearm that I can keep on me at all times because of the sheer fact that you never know when someone might turn violent. You never know when something might turn hostile and you would need to defend yourself to that point. But in Australia, because we generally speaking don't have to worry about gun violence unless you're involved in a particular community that's full of criminals, generally speaking, who actually do have access to guns, but they're not generally going out mowing down civilians in shopping centers and churches and stuff, and schools. Where it seems like mass shootings in the US that are just wanton killing civilians on a weekly basis, like they're a fact of life over there, and it's horrifying. And in that circumstance, if I was living in the US, then yes, I would absolutely have a gun, just to protect myself. Have I watched Legend of Korra? I'm still still watching through Avatar: The Last Airbender. I'm gonna get onto Legend of Korra after I've done that one. People go mad for her guns. I've seen pictures. She does have nice guns. One of your friends lives in the scariest part of New Orleans. Poor girl has to carry everywhere she is due to gang violence. You never understand this because you live in Belgium. Yeah, it does sound like it's like another world. It's unusual to think and you look at any action movie that comes out of the US, right? They're just so laden with guns all the time. And then you watch some media that was produced in Australia and is set in Australia, and you watch an action movie that's made you watch a movie with guns in it that was made in the US and is set in the US. And the presence of guns in that movie, the presence of guns in that setting is not unusual. And then similarly, you watch a movie that's produced, or a TV show, whatever, doesn't matter, that's produced in Australia and is set in Australia. If there's a gun in that scenario, it's bizarre, it's unusual. It's honestly it's a complete different universe. If you want a hot lesbian chick, Google Ariel X, as she does bodybuilding, wrestling, and is really nice to talk to on Twitter. I feel like I know that name. There's actually a shooting in your home area. You had been there the day before. Oh my goodness. Matt Dillahunty seems like a good bloke. Thunderfoot, Game Ranks. I think I've watched a bit of Game Ranks. Cinema Snob and Angry Nintendo Nerd before he switched to AVGN. Didn't AVGN turn out to be pretty cringe for some reason? Or am I thinking of somebody else? I feel like there's somebody amid that group there that turned into a sexual predator or something. I don't know. Hard to keep up with who's a sexual predator on the internet these days. Just saw a video the other day that made you sick to your stomach. This woman was walking down the street, earbuds in, workout clothes. Large man ran up behind her, putting all of his weight on her back till she fell and was skinned. He ripped her bottoms off all in plain daylight. Jesus fucking Christ. What the fuck is wrong with people? Oh my god. You've had McDonald's food for the first time since the pandemic. Congratulations. Was pinned. Okay. I was gonna say skinned? He took her skin off? Which, I mean, if you get knocked to the ground, you probably skin your arms or something, yeah, but... Fucking hell. And, this is one of the problems of being one of those people. It's I really wish I could earnestly say that I believe there's good in all people and, strive to bring that good out in people, but there are some where I'm just I've met a lot of people throughout my life. And I've met people who are at the point where you can't salvage them. You can't bring them back from that level of just... I don't even know how to describe it. Not sure about AVGN. You only watch his game reviews. Don't know anything else about him. I think there's someone in that same vein as AVGN, maybe. Or it might be him. I don't know. Who did turn out to be a bit creepy at the very least. Anyway. How am I? Well, now I'm a little bit somber thinking about the way that women are treated in society, especially in America, where stuff like that can just happen. And that's going to play a role in this video that I'm making. The violence against women and how normalized it is, and how victims are treated as though they could have done something to avoid being victimized, like the clothes they're wearing or the way they're behaving, the way they speak to a person. If she had only done this, she wouldn't have been raped and murdered and left in a ditch on the side of the road. I want that to be a prominent point, and that's going to be one of the chapters in the video, which is going to be specifically content warned, because we're going to talk about that stuff pretty heavily. Because it's important, I think. This is a very big video. It's got a lot of topics covered in it. No Thunderfoot turned out to be a bit of a chud. Glad he stopped talking about feminist issues, because it's pretty clear he doesn't know much about it. Which is honestly part of the reason I'm doing this video. I want to focus on learning more about feminist issues and illustrate the points that I've Already begun to understood from some reading that I've done, but I would like to have a deeper understanding, a deeper meaning in my head of these things. I don't even know who Thunderfoot is, honestly. Thinking of Nostalgia Critic, who wasn't an abuser, but one of the people in channel, awesome, an anime and Nintendo reviewer, Juario, was a pedophile. Oh, okay. You watch a lot of crime stuff, and I guess it fucks with your perception of the world and people in general. So you don't believe in everyone having everything good, having something good inside of them. I mean, I agree. Like, the regrettable scenario in which we live is that we want, like, people like me want to see the good in people. Doe started streaming. Ooh, hint, hint, for a little bit later on. People in, what was I going to say? Like, we want to believe there has to be some level of good in everyone, but I think, and it also comes down to what we define as good, but I think the moment you cross into the threshold of I'm going to actively harm another person for seemingly my own selfish reasons, that's evil, especially when it becomes harming a large group of people for your own gains. Reprehensibly evil, whereas a good person would only strive to either A, mind their own business, or B, help others, in my view. And they would be generally the kind of people who are empathic and sympathetic, you know. His scam busting videos and science-based videos are really good. He was probably the best scientific critic of the Trump administration, along with Miles Powers. Okay, there's a thought. There's a thought. Deliberately didn't watch any of his feminism videos. I think some of my older videos before I came out, like when I was doing the whole, I don't know how you would describe my older content before I came out, but I've stopped doing that style of content. I don't like it anymore. I forget what I was doing back before I was Abby. Like I know the kind of content I was doing, but it's not the kind of content I ever want to return to. Namely, like the specific opinions being expressed in those videos. I think that the Twitch stream format has kind of overtaken that specific content, and we can use that as a baseline for doing those kind of videos in a more off-the-cuff way. Because, you know, if you watch my YouTube channel at all these days, you'll see it's mostly stream highlights, which don't really bring in a whole ton of attention, don't really bring in a whole ton of traction, and my passion projects are the big videos, of course, but they take a lot of effort to put together. So at the moment, my latest video is actually done fairly well for going live at 9 AM this morning. It's still not the best, 7 out of 10 of the most recent videos people have watched. Apparently, oh, hang on, no, that's first 14 hours. Anyway, I mean, 54 views, it's not terrible. I'd like it to be significantly higher, but you get what you get, you know? I can't imagine reaching monetization anytime soon, though, because monetization hours is ridiculous on YouTube. It's like 4,000 required public watch hours inside of a 12-month period, and if you can't hit that, then I don't know. Hello, Spooky, how you doing? How's it going? What's the news? What's going on? Hey, thank you for the 100 bits. Everybody go follow Spooky. Everybody go follow Spooky now. I'm gonna shout out. Can I type? I think I'm still hit by this alcohol, and I drank like nearly 2 hours ago. Jesus. I drank one alcoholic beverage. I'm such a lightweight. Am I MTF or FTM? Take a guess. I haven't had someone to ask that before. Oh, there we go. Spooky's a lounge singer and an absolute sweetheart. You're a sweetheart. Did I see the right-wing MMA fighter and basically a lunatic called Tara LaRosa? She would attack people with her Proud Boy chums and upload the videos, claiming these people were Antifas on no evidence but her word. Jesus. Ugh. Really do believe that people forget how valuable kindness can be because they live quite comfortably and don't need to be kind anymore, but once their comfort will be taken from them, they probably start realizing how much we need to be kind to each other. Yeah, well, like that's kind of how I feel about my living circumstances. I've never been in a particularly I've been in a privileged position. Obviously, I'm in a very privileged position where I am now. I have internet access. I have a roof over my head. I've got room for my children to stay here. I can manage to stay on top of my groceries, even though, like, you know, bills do pile up and I do fall behind sometimes, but, you know, I do have a lot of privilege. But I think in the context of the society in which I live, because I see a lot of people with much more wealth than I have, because, like, again, I'm a renter, my house is pretty small and cheap, like, I keep my grocery bill low, my bills, I don't stack a ton of, like, little subscription services or anything to try to save on money. So a lot of the time I am trying to cut corners with the budget, so to speak. Like, I'm talking about privilege kind of strictly from a financial perspective. And then, you know, I go around and there's like these wonderful neighborhoods 2 minutes away from my house, 5 minutes away from my house, and they're these elaborate, luxurious mansions with these perfectly curated front gardens. And if you see the kids running around playing in the front lawn while dad's washing the car, they've got this really nice jet black four-wheel drive, and the kids are wearing like clothes from David Jones. You know, they're rolling around in the mud in a $90 t-shirt and shit. You know, and you get this like detachment. It's like, okay, I'm trying my best here. I'm struggling like a motherfucker every week, and this person's probably never even had that level of what I've had to deal with throughout most of my life, right? And in fact, I would say all of my life. You know, the situation I'm in where it's just that constant week in, week out, am I going to hit negative on my bank account this week, has been a feeling I've had for as long as I've had a bank account, except for when I was living back with my mother before I had children, when I had the capacity to save because I didn't have my own bills. Which is really funny to me, honestly, because my mother has said this to me a few times. It's like, oh, you used to be really good at saving. You saved and you bought your own TV and your own bed set. I literally didn't pay for fucking anything back then. Whatever income I had was free to spend on whatever I wanted. It was great. But now I'm 31 years old. I'm an adult. I have responsibilities. It's a bit different. Sparrowhawk. Welcome to the Rogue Room. Sorry for me rambling about this, but it's just like it's a thing. It's honestly just a... And in that regard, like, I think personally, I have this attitude where it's like, I want to be kind to people. I want to care for people. I want to give them... I want to present as a nice person to them. Thank you for complimenting the shirt. It's quite nice, isn't it? It's a good one. I like Doom. I should replay the original Doom. I want to be nice to people. I want to be kind to people because I know what it's like to be at this level where I'm just struggling and miserable all the time. And I think having that little ray of light of someone saying, like, I've met people in my circumstances who are absolute assholes. And I realize why they are. And I realize how easy it could be for me to fall into that mindset. But I just want to be as kind to everyone as I can because I don't want people to... I don't want people to have a bad day. Like, I want people to meet me and I want to treat them with a kindness and a smile. And I want them to come away from the interaction happy. Even if I am... even if you fuck up my coffee order. If you fuck up my coffee and I get my coffee and it's like, this has got the wrong milk in it. Or I don't know. I just literally ask for a cappuccino. You can't fuck up my coffee order. But if you did, I would kindly take it back over to the counter and be like, I'm sorry, this is not what I asked for. Could I get another one? And that's never going to happen. Because I'm a shy little bitch. Peachy, welcome to the Rogue Room. By the way, Loopy, thank you so kindly. I reckon you'll hit partner way before I do, though. Goodness me. You're killing it. You're absolutely slaying it. At least based on the stats you've posted. I'm still excited over the fact that recently, crazily, one of our streams, I can't remember which one, folks, for the very first time, a little while back, I hit a stream that had over... It's not listed here anymore, actually. Where is it? It's not listed here in my profile anymore, but we recently hit my highest viewed stream of all time on my channel, and which means we broke 1,000 views for the entire duration of the stream. Not just that, we broke 1,500 views. So we got like part of the way to 2,000, which was fucking cool. Yeah, I'm glad you like my speaking voice. I honestly have a lot, like, as someone who has a lot of struggle with voice dysphoria, like, I really don't like how my voice sounds, but I really like how I can elucidate points. Seemingly, at times, I think it depends on how good I'm feeling, I think. On how confident I'm feeling on whatever the topic is. Which is why it's good to read, actually. It's good. I should read more. I've got Damned Whores and God's Police over here, which I've started reading, which is by Ann Summers, which is from, like, it's an updated version, but it's about, in 1975, Ann Summers set out to describe the way in which Australia's history and culture had limited women's participation in our own society. Now, this is like a nearly 50-year-old text, so the context of it is going to be a bit dated. So I think what I'm going to do is, instead of, like, I might still thumb through this, I might still read this, but for the purposes of the next video that I want to make, I want to look specifically at, like, up-to-date information regarding women's participation in society, because that's going to be a huge... That's the video. The video is Damned Whores and God's Police, basically, or The Fictional Woman, or whatever other feminist text you can think of. I want to discuss the issue of women in society, and especially touch on trans women. Because I'm a trans woman. All of them. We are legion, for we are transy. Anyway. The alt-right and MMA has a lot of crossover. Oh, I know that. So does bodybuilding. Like, there was a post prior to the election, the Biden-Trump election, well, the Biden election, by a bodybuilder by the name of Bradley Martin. And he just posted who you got, and it was Biden-Trump. Like, he was treating it like a sporting thing, which honestly I feel like a lot of the right wing does. And all of the responses under his tweet were Trump. Trump, 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 Biden's gonna lose, Trump. And it's like once you realize that those kind of industries are just laden with people who've got that attitude of like, oh, you need to pull yourself up by the bootstraps, because that's all they do. Like, they're just these very arrogant people who, again, are in these positions of privilege.
I see you've
Kiara!
brought guests. Welcome,
Hello.
friends.
How are you doing? Although, check out Southpaw Pod, MMA and martial arts from a leftist perspective. That's an idea. That sounds pretty cool. Let me give you some party lights. Welcome in, Raiders, to the Rogue Room. You're tubular poggers. That's what we like to hear. Get those views. I'm going to try to get those views. I'm going to try to strike out partner this year. Let's knock it out of the park, folks. Smokescreen, how you doing? As I like to say, but I haven't really nailed down the rehearsal of this yet, I am Abigail Beck, host of the Rogue Room. This is a place of warmth, welcoming, acceptance, education, enlightenment, and all them good things. I hope you're having a fucking lovely one, folks. Luke Thomas is pretty good as well. God, I think the alcohol is making me belch a lot. There we go. Thank you, Phage, if you just want a little bit more of a clear way of me saying that. We are all the one singular trans women collective. I have a great speaking voice and it's nice to listen to, very soothing and calm. Thank you kindly. Problem with gender fluidity. Sometimes I don't want to talk in public because your voice is feminine, but other times you're completely okay with it. And yeah, that's kind of where I'm at as well, Fern. It's like, I don't like hearing myself speak because I hear that innate masculinity to it. And of course I went through, like, the thing is, here's the thing, right? Okay, I'm gay, a lesbian. I like girls. I like women. And of the lesbians I've spoken to, they really tend to like women with deep voices. It's kind of interesting, and I think my voice has got that deep element to it, even if I do try to elevate my pitch a little bit. The problem, of course, is that at some point during my teens, my balls dropped, and that's why my voice is so deep. Which I'm not very fussed about. Anyway, yes, my pronouns are she, her. I stole that joke. That's a stolen joke. It's a stolen joke. I'm sorry, Eva. Don't hate me. Anyway, your bootstraps are below you. Yes, you're gonna keep pointing this out. Oh, God. It's a silly argument. It's always like the pull yourself up by the bootstraps thing is always a silly argument because it's people who've never had to pull themselves up by the bootstraps. Let's be honest with ourselves. It's people who've honestly never had to work hard a day in their life. You know? There's a lot of Doe Discord on Twitter. I did just make a video about Doe. Well, tangentially, I touched on Doe in the video. Bootstrap scene came from some folktale where the joke is you can't pull yourself up by the bootstraps. What's the other one that's really common? You're also a trans woman lesbian? Fucking awesome. We love our trans women lesbians. What was the other one? There's another one they get wrong all the time. Visa Dream, how you doing? Blood is thicker than water. Right? But it's the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. The full phrase. Meaning, companionship with people who are not your family can be stronger than your family ties. Is the point. But they love to do the whole blood is thicker than water thing. But they've missed the whole point. And they keep doing that all the time. Water of the Womb, that'd be a great band name. What kind of music would they play? I feel like it'd be a metal band. I feel like it'd be a death metal band. Knowing my luck. You got all these cool sounding band names and they turn out to play death metal and I want to just neck myself. I can't stand death metal, I'm sorry. Whole point you're going to keep making that joke because it's how fucking stupid that argument is economically speaking, yeah. Like, there are so many factors. Excuse me. Like, there are, the people who say pull yourself up by the bootstraps are the people who've always had connections from the moment they were born. Their parents were connected to influential people in some way, so they were probably either, like, recommended to go and work for this person for a little while, or they live in an area where influential people happen to live, so it's kind of inevitable that eventually they're going to meet somebody who can get them a leg up in things. And you might think to yourself, well, location doesn't really matter these days. You can technically network your way into any position because of the internet. I could just go and find anyone on LinkedIn and start making some kind of connection there. But first you have to get their fucking attention. And the only way you're going to get their attention is if they already have some social connection to you through a friend, through a family member, through anything like that. That is like one of the biggest things when it comes to pull yourself up by the bootstraps. I don't fucking know anyone who can help me with that. It's a stupid thing. Like the it's just a few bad apples thing. The full saying is a few bad apples spoil the whole bunch. Not it's just a few bad apples, don't worry about it. Yeah. Yeah, no one is ever self-made. No one has ever been self-made. It's bullshit. There are a lot of people who say Jeff Bezos was self-made because he started in a garage or whatever, but he had privileged rich parents who gave him just a small loan of $300,000, which was a lot of money back then. It was like the early 90s or whatever it was. He his granddad started DARPA. Yeah, it's all lies built upon lies built upon lies. It's a lot of money now. It is. I could buy a house with that. Yeah, and his genius idea was What If Store, but on the internet, and he was just the first to really do it. Hello, Streamers Arena. How you fucking doing? Sorry, I shouldn't swear. That's probably a bit crass. But how you doing, folks? What's going on? Go, Abigail. Thank you kindly. Maybe the bi/pan world is more welcoming? What have I missed? Fucking cuss it up. I am Australian. If anyone ever tells me I should watch my language, I should say, hey, that's racist against Aussies, mate. Back off. Anyways. What was I saying? There was something else. About the privilege thing. Which I wasn't planning on getting like super leftist tonight. I was planning on playing a video game and chilling out. But now we're here. And this is what gives me energy, honestly. The coffee is only like a... What's the phrase I'm looking for? Like, this gives me my power. The coffee is like a conduit to this. Like, it's not a conduit. Colin McGrath from Infamous, who's got a statue up there on my shelf, he's a conduit. But, like, let's just say you've got something that gives you kind of a vague vibe about another thing. There's a word for this, and I cannot think of what it is. Catalyst, maybe. No, catalyst kind of sparks a bigger thing. This is kind of like, I've got this wonderful mug of tea, and you get a teaspoonful. That's like whatever the teaspoon is. That's what coffee is to leftist discourse. I don't know what I'm saying. Look, I'm losing viewers rambling on this point. Catalyst speeds up a reaction. Swarming is a part of our cultural heritage. It kind of is. Never understood the difference between bi and pan, but you feel like you're showing your age. Neither do I, honestly. If somebody wants to explain the difference, which I think somebody has explained the difference, it's kind of like bisexual people can like two or more genders, but pan people don't give a fuck, and like it doesn't matter to them. But I imagine, in a broad sense, they still need to find someone attractive in some way based on some characteristics, right? Ale, by the way, how are you doing? Welcome back in. What's going on? English is not even your second language. Now that's talent. I'm speaking to someone at the moment who I'm not sure if their first language is... I'm pretty sure their first language is not English, but they speak it fluently. And they're learning another language. And I'm like, I'm so boring compared to these people. They know languages. I know taxamiket. That's all I can remember from like Swedish. Svenska. Illusion might be... I don't know. Bi people are attracted to gendered characteristics, whereas... That might be it, yeah. Like, bi people are attracted to specifically gendered characteristics about a person. But it doesn't necessarily matter their gender, I suppose. Like, in terms of, like, the bisexual person might find specific gendered characteristics attractive. Like, for example, the most common example, of course, is that bisexual people like men and women, right? Good night, Fox. Have a good one. Enjoy your PS5, by the way. But there's other genders out there that have other characteristics. And there might be a bisexual person who's attracted to, like, women and certain types of non-binary folks. I don't know. Yes, Foxcat got a PS5 and has been playing it. Fucking asshole. Enjoy. Enjoy. I want one only for Demon Souls. It would sit here in my office. We'd hook it up. We'd play Demon Souls. And technically speaking, I can afford one right now. But this is for my breasts, not for my PlayStation. I mean... I could just take the money and run and get a PS5 when they come back into stock. Just don't tell anyone. I'm not going to do that, though. I want the tits. I want the tits more than I want the game console. The beauty of Amazon is taking a thing like, say, Brita Filters and making a clone from an Amazon subsidiary and selling it cheaper, as they're doing it with tons of Kindle Fire tech. Now there's this cool device you're getting your sister, which is an Alexa for the car, which works with your phone to be completely hands-free and making it stereo search system and sat-nav in one link to the driver's voice. That's pretty cool. Oh, yeah, like... You can't fucking get them at the moment. You gotta order the bastards. Please tell me you've got a link to that, Sparrow. That sounds fucking amazing. And yes, I have a boobs command. If you type ! Boobs in chat, as you can see. Boobs. Yes, Abby wants bigger ones. Chuck a few bucks in the boob fund at streamlabs.com/Abigail/tip. Which the only way that this number goes up is if people tip via Streamlabs. So somebody sent me $30 before offline, and it hasn't actually gone on to the total goal. What's my amount at the moment? Here we go. Tips for tits. I mean, I hope my content is good enough to justify paying me money for tits. By the way, this is just an estimate number. I don't actually know the number yet. There we go. I'd get that, and then I'd cut it down the middle once I got the titties. And I would wear a push-up bra, so it's like you got the cleavage coming up through the boobs, because duh. That's fucking awesome though. I love it. I'm gonna bookmark that. Might grab it. I also bought myself a cute mask. Get this. I bought myself a cute mask off Etsy. I'll show you the mask I bought because it's very cute. Because I needed a new face mask that was like a little bit more, you know, interesting. Messages. Where is it? Oh my god, my tummy's rumbling. Purchases. Show me my purchases. Oh, I bought a Trans Pride paracord bracelet. And I also bought this mask. I'll show you this mask. I think I bought this one here. 16. And for purchasing it, they sent me a message saying, "Thank you so much for buying a mask." And they said, "We're sending you another one." I'm like, oh. I wasn't expecting that, but thank you. And also this. I got this. I got myself a Trans Pride paracord bracelet. I don't do anything that would need this, but it looks cool. For those of you who don't know, paracord bracelets are typically used by like outdoorsy types, and it becomes a rope that you can use in various different situations. I do not intend to take it apart. It's like a hemp bracelet, but tactical. I just want to wear it. It's cute. You're a lesbian, but you also need to like the person, so demi-lesbian. I mean, that would probably be it. How are you, by the way, Nasira? As a genderqueer person who is bi, I consider it that I'm attracted to people of genders like and unlike my own. Well, yeah, that could be it too. He managed to fix a 12-year-old computer, but it still runs pretty bad. By the way, I've got about like 3 or 4 commands for the boobs thing at the moment because like people keep typing different things in the chat. So just like, let me see if I got, is this one? Donate. Donate to a good cause. Abby's boobs. People keep typing different support commands in chat and I'm just like, oh, I should add mummy milkers. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Hold on. Just wait. Okay. Ale, I'm copying this. Give me a sec. So, we'll do this one. Just wait. Okay, so mummy milkers. Okay. Okay, so let's go back to this. The makeup, thank you. I experimented a little bit tonight. I did like this weird little like pattern thingy and a line. And I had this idea for a makeup thing I want to do. That's kind of like a little lacy dripping
A little
pattern.
under the table action never went astray.
Sparrow, thank you for contributing 25. Boobs. Looks like a sewing pattern. It does a little bit. Kind of like it. Or maybe I should do the whole thing all over my face. Boobs. Thank you so kindly for the 25. You legend, you. Okay. This is so dumb. Okay, I'm gonna copy this. Alright, somebody type exclamation mark mummy milkers in the chat. Should work. Oh, it's on cooldown for 0 seconds. Momu milkers! Am I gonna lose the opportunity to become partner because I've made getting breast implants such a big part of my stream? Unironically? Like, is that a thing that's going to cause me undue duress later down the line? PayPal. I want to do something really quickly. just spam it. Just go wild. What kind of guitar? It's an Ashton. It's a rookie beginner guitar. I can't play the cunt. Look, I can't play it because I'm an idiot who got acrylics and I've recently really wanted to get back into playing it and I can't. And it's driving me up the fucking wall, dude. I really want to play it again. I want to get back to like practicing a little bit and I need to buy some acetone and actually burn these off my fingertips. Okay, so just, oh no, I've done the wrong thing. Let me just copy this. We're just resetting the goal right now. So, for the record, the number is a joke. 8,008 and 13 cents. But there we go. I've updated it so the number should change over now to the correct amount that's in the balance right now, which is very, very close to 1,000. Very close to 1,000, which is pretty pog. It should say 991 and however many cents. But yeah, the tally only goes up if people tip via the Streamlabs link, which is fine if you don't. I don't care. If you want to tip via coffee, that's fine too. I'll just have to keep manually updating the total. Anyway, but yeah, I need to, to get rid of acrylic nails, you need to soak them in acetone for like half an hour or something. And then I'm going to trim my actual nails down, and then I'm going to get back to practicing riffs and stuff like that, because it's driving me insane. You got to get going, but you'll give us a lurk. Thank you, Kiara. Thank you so kindly for the raid earlier. You're an absolute legend, you are. Can we get a shout out for Kiara in chat? What kind of stuff was I learning? There we go. It's 991.79. Yeah, you got to soak them in acetone to like melt down the acrylic or whatever. I don't know what it is, but you got to soak them in acetone. Also, I'm still annoyed that I didn't put my sword there. Probably would burn. Yeah, it's probably not good for you. But it's the only way I'm going to be able to get rid of them. But also, they're just driving me insane. Like, typing, I type a lot, and it's getting annoying. Yeah, I suppose it'll only burn if you've got cuts. I'll figure it out, and I'll get rid of them, and we can try practicing some riffs on stream soon. But I want to, I really want to just get back to playing, like, I've just been learning basic riffs. I've been learning, like, Enter Sandman and, a couple of AC/DC ones. Baby Did a Bad Bad Thing by Chris Isaacs. Chris Isaac? I don't know. Just like, yeah, just basic riffs. I haven't really put much effort into learning, you know, all of the proper techniques for playing guitar. But it is nice to be able to, like, play sounds that sound vaguely similar to stuff you've heard on the radio or what have you. Always keep your nails super short for piano and typing and absolutely nothing else. I don't mind AC/DC, but the meme is very true about the fact that they've released like 17 albums that sound exactly the same. They really have done that. Did I tell you that time recently-ish? Where these two nails in particular, back before I got the acrylics done, these two nails in particular were chipping and flaking a lot. Thank you for the head pats. So these two ones, my index finger and my middle finger. So I thought to myself, like, the rest of the nails were pretty long-ish, because I was kind of growing them out, but these ones were being assholes, so I chipped them off. I got my nail clippers, I cut them off, and then I looked at my hand and I'm like, oh, I've done the lesbian thing. Oh, I see. Gotta keep two of them short, just to save the ladies. You don't want to harm them. Times 3 for a reason? For reasons? Or X3? Wow, I'm tired. So am I. It's fucking 11:51 p.m. I'm exhausted. I've had alcohol. I've had ice cream. I am very, very tired. Should we call it there, maybe? Should we go and say hi to Doe? Doe's still there. I think Doe is probably still there. Alcohol and ice cream, they are fantastic. They're quite fantastic. Quite fantastic. How's about that? So, for those of you who are not aware, if you're new here, my name is Abigail Beck. You've been watching me. I've been doing things. And I stream, I'm going back to, this past week, I've been going back to 8 p.m. starting times. So last week I was doing like 9 p.m. This week I've been doing 8 p.m. And I'm going to try to stick to 8 p.m. I think, as my, 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time as my starting time. Usually go for about 4 hours. We usually talk a bunch of what we've been talking about tonight. Usually a lot more structured, a little less off the cuff. But yeah, we will be next week. I want to focus pretty heavily on my video essay with you folks, if we can. I'd like to find a bunch of resources about women's roles in society, women's expectations in society, and then from there, we can help nut out the rest of the details for the video essay so I can actually start writing the full script and get the fucker done. Because I've been slacking like a motherfucker on that thing. It should have been done last month, but I've just been so lazy or so overwhelmed by like grief recently, so that I haven't committed to any of that. Anyway, do I ever play games on stream? I do. Tonight I was playing a demo of a game called DAP, which was quite cute and creepy at the same time, which will be out sometime in the next couple of months, I think. It's coming out really soon. But usually, I was playing through Fallout New Vegas on stream on Friday nights. Friday nights is gaming night, generally speaking. But we did that demo, and I was just like, I don't really feel like playing anything else. So we didn't play anything else. But the week Yeah, last week we played Dark Souls 3, and I wouldn't mind going back to that next week. Thank you for giving a heck, Amanda. Sorry I haven't been feeling well. Yeah, it's been a rough period. Like June, and then like most of this month has also been pretty intense. So I haven't felt motivated to work on my projects, which puts me behind on doing those projects. But yeah, I'm hoping next week will be a little bit better in terms of streams, and I'm hoping we'll be able to get that video done soon, because I think you folks will like it. I hope you folks will like it. I'm striving to put together a 1 hour piece, and then like maybe my next videos will be around the same length. We'll see how we go. It's going to be a lot more structured than this, a lot more theatrical, a lot more in your face, a lot more set dressing and costumes and nonsense like that, and cool editing transitions. I don't know. I'm trying to improve my video production skills. Anyway, we're gonna go raid Doe. Doe's awesome. You're awesome. You're amazing. I love your faces. And has follower or subscriber only chat. That's not good. Heck. No, that's not gonna work then. We can't raid Doe. I don't like to raid people who've got follower or subscriber only chat on. We raided Penny last night. How about then? How's about we go to... Well, we like Glitch. Glitch was in here before. Let's go to Glitch instead. If Doe turns off follower or sub-only chat, we'll raid Doe another time. Because, yeah, I don't like sending yous to folks you can't say hi to. That just feels mean. So we're going to go raid Glitchcraft instead. Glitchcraft is also awesome. Yeah, there we go. Scarab, there you go. Get flipped off. And as a last little thing, if you like my pride ring, type exclamation mark ring in the chat. Always remember, be kind to yourselves and each other. I love your faces, and I'll see you when I'm looking at you. I'll drop my socials, all that, if you are not already following me around the internet. I am on Twitter all the time. All the time. It's a problem. I think I need to see a therapist about how much I'm on Twitter, honestly. You could join my Discord if you want. I have a YouTube channel. I was obviously just talking about it. There's my Instagram there's my Facebook page, there's my TikTok, which I am kind of posting to occasionally. Sorta. Anyway, you've all been amazing. You all are amazing. Continue to be amazing. Continue to be nice to everybody around you. And I'll be live in 2 days' time, Monday night, 9 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Let's talk feminism. Let's talk shop. Let's talk shop feminism. Let's talk women should not be in the kitchen. Women should be wherever the fuck they want. Have a good one, folks. Mwah.